And
show me what you got.
And we're live. Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to the Tech Guy Some Guy podcast. My name is Carlos, alongside with
Rod
and
Omar.
And we're basically just a bunch of guys where we talk tech news, pop culture with random rants in between.
Yes.
I think we're gonna have a lot of random rants this time, or more pop culture stuff.
We have a very
It's a mix.
fruitful
What the hell?
topics to talk about. I don't know.
Okay.
And that's how it's
garden variety would be more.
Garden variety, average stuff.
All right, let's start with the garden.
Okay.
Garden. Where do you want to start at?
From the top. Let's start from
All
the
right,
top.
start from the top.
top.
R.I.P Hugh Heffner.
Wow, you actually moved that straight to the top.
That was
I
first
deserves
thing.
it. I think so.
First thing I did.
First thing.
I think it deserves it. Yeah.
Acknowledges
Hugh.
to every
Like,
That's never done in order.
it's less than 24 hours right now. Hugh Heffner has passed away. The legendary creator, founder, of
publisher of Playboy,
Yep.
and philanthropist. A lot of people just think of him.
People
like,
slept on that.
yeah.
And slept with him.
Well, that's a different.
That's two different
That's a
conversations.
completely different. See, the funny part is that
But
his
both
woman,
true. But both are
yeah,
true.
his
True.
womanizing
This
is
is-
legendary. Like his
Yeah,
womanizing,
right.
hands down, is legendary.
Yeah.
I mean, he
Yeah.
started a sexual revolution in some instances.
In
for
a
that.
lot of ways.
It's kind of
A lot of ways. He got a lot of people upset because of that, and he was one of the first fighters for anti-censorship and freedom of speech.
Yeah.
Because of that, one of the funny things a lot of people forget is that he actually used to work for Esquire magazine.
I did not know that.
He was like, "Nah, I want to make my own stuff, and I want to put women in."
But the good thing is, working at Esquire, he knew the blueprint.
Yeah,
Yes.
Start
he
from
knew.
scratch.
And one of the
Yeah.
cool things that a lot of people forget, because everyone, when you say Hugh Hefner, you think Playboy, the bunnies, the
Mansion.
grotto, the mansion, the
Party.
sexual craziness, the
Silk
parties were-
robes.
right? The
Yeah.
silk robes. But a lot of people forget is that one of the big stories that resurfaced, I guess, after his passing is. I think it was Esquire magazine or Time magazine refused to publish an article basically about homosexuality. This was like in the late 50s about homosexuality
That was
and
taboo.
about everything.
Everything was taboo.
And he was like, wait, you know what? No, we're going to publish it. And it was actually published on Playboy magazine.
Nice.
And when they asked them why, they were like, it's simple. You guys are basically saying no because of homosexuality. But if it was in a homosexual dominated world and we wrote about heterosexuality, it still would be fair. So it wouldn't be right. So that's why I'm doing it. And the logic alone spoke for itself. But we're talking about this was in like the early 60s, late 50s. This guy literally was like the cornerstone when it comes to like the sexual revolution and everything
Right
like
on
that. So,
time.
oh yeah, and obviously he helped bring up legends like talking about Marilyn Monroe, Pamela Anderson. Everyone always bugs out about Pamela Anderson, Carmen Electra.
Yeah.
And he was just a
Some
mainstay in
fan
pop culture.
favorites, let's just say.
Yeah, it got to the point where he became. I mean, Jesus, even Stan Lee like played him as a cameo role in a Marvel movie. That's how much
yeah.
pop culture he got. Think about that.
The
Which one
man's
was that?
legend.
That was Iron Man. I think it was Iron Man where he played Hugh Hefner.
Yes, it was Iron Man.
It was Iron Man, right? He walked past. He was like, "Hey, Heff," or
Hey,
something. like
Heff, and he's like,
that. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, so yeah, he passed away. Rest in peace. Like, one of the pushers. What?
Side note, did you guys ever see the deleted scenes of Ghostface Killer in Iron Man? The rapper Ghostface Killer is in Iron Man the movie.
No.
No.
Is
He
he-
plays
is-
a sheik.
Oh, really?
You've never seen it? I have. If you ever.
I remember Bobby Brown being like a valet in the Ghostbusters.
No, that was there, but this is the deleted scene. From what I
Wait, time out.
Ghostbusters 2. You don't remember? That was in the movie. That wasn't cut. The Bobby
Yeah.
Brown thing. He was like, "Oh man, can I?
Ghostbusters, can I get an autograph?"
No, he's like, "Can my nephew get like a proton pack?" He's like, "Those aren't for kids or something." Yeah,
I'm gonna have to watch it again.
Egon
Yeah.
said that.
See, the one
He did the soundtrack. He's
I
all
just
over it.
no. The only weird like kind of cameo that I remember that is so just left field is Ron Jeremy in the original Ghostbusters.
What was he in?
He was in the background, like outside of the building. That's where Zool was at.
So he was looking up.
Well, he was running from the pieces falling down. Oh, Jay's waking up.
No, he's up. He's binky-less.
Aww.
Your turn, Carlos. You're closer.
You want me to throw the binky in? All right, go ahead. I mean, but yeah,
We'll
I mean,
continue.
yeah, but you guys never saw that. Like, look it up.
I had to look that up.
I mean, you didn't
Ron
see
Jeremy.
Bobby Brown. So
But Bob Brown, I don't know how you missed that. That's
Yeah,
part of
that's
the
like-
movie. But go. All right. So if anybody,
likes Marvel movies.
yeah, check out it's a deleted scene. I'm pretty sure it's on YouTube. You can look it up. Ghostface Killer plays a sheik. So I guess in the part of, is a part of the movie where he goes to
Cambodia.
the guy who helped him.
Okay.
Before he goes to his town, I guess he makes a pit stop. He's like, "Oh yeah, you can bring back my plane." Oh, Tony, what's up? You can bring back my plane whenever you feel.
Get the hell out of
I
here.
swear to God, then he,
I'm gonna have
then
to
he
search
gets
for
a
that
call
deleted
and he
scene.
dips off in Iron Man.
I'm gonna have to search for that
It's
deleted
like
scene. That
it's
sounds
a
insane.
super short scene.
Yeah, but that sounds dope as hell. Like
Yeah,
I'm into
John
that.
Favreau was like, "Yo, get him." And,
How could you not?
And that makes sense because when
It's in the director's cut.
no, it's just a deleted scene. Like it's
Then it never got
complete.
put on.
And I know we're all over the place. In the scene where him in that punk ass version of Roddy with Terrence Howard,
Yeah.
Ghostface Killer video is playing when the girls are dancing in the airplane. It's projected on them.
I'm gonna have to look at it again.
Yeah, but
See that? See, I would like to point something out. We're at 5 minutes and 56 seconds. In those 5 minutes, we literally went from Hugh Heffner to Iron Man to what else did we talk about? Ron Jeremy, Ghostbusters,
Bulletproof Wallets.
Bobby Brown. Don't forget
Bobby
Bobby
Brown.
Brown, yes.
Like that was in the
King-
first 6
King of
minutes.
R&B.
Welcome to our show. Like it's so weird. Like
That should be the opener right there. I
Yeah,
swear to
welcome to
God.
the show.
like welcome to our show.
That's
Like,
literally the opener.
I
right there.
apologize.
I have to mark this.
Yeah, mark that one.
If
That
I
was-
actually have time to do it. All right.
Okay, yeah. So yeah. Rest in peace, Heff, man. He was awesome.
Yeah. Okay. So now that we have you want to go political or you want to go tech? There's a
Just
lot.
go down the list.
Down the list?
Whatever you
All
wanna do.
Okay.
Whatever.
So literally, this happened yesterday for those watching this tomorrow when this goes live. GoPro announced their Hero Black 6 or whatever.
Yeah.
What? That
The
no.
GoPro camera.
It got
Like-
smaller.
Nah, it's the same
Nah,
one.
rather-
So
Relatively
so
same size.
so then what's the tech difference? Because the
So-
last one was 4K, 60 frames a
60,
second.
yeah.
No,
so
maybe
what's-
30.
So
I
now
think
it's,
it was 30. This is 4K 60 frames per second, and it does slow motion at 120 frames per second and 2.7.
So they added like the super slow mo. on this
Yeah,
thing.
240 frames per second and 1080p, and they added.
whoa, you're talking about 240 at 1080p. That's
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
And they added,
That's what I'm saying. That's probably the big one because they were able to do 60p.
Right.
It
That's what I'm thinking. I'm like, I remember it could do that.
wasn't, it
and,
wasn't
a
a
newer,
big thing.
and a newer processor for $500. I'm like, eesh, good luck.
500
I don't know with 500. I mean, look, the image processor and everything.
GoPros are
But
great, but
they're great. I mean,
500 bucks
there
for
wasn't
it?
really a huge difference from their GoPro 4 to their 5.
Right.
If you actually look at it, the sensor was slightly better, and
yeah.
the images were slightly better. Only if you blew it up like 300 plus. But
like
who's gonna
day-
blow it up 300 or 4?
it was like day and 2 hours later.
Yeah, exactly. It's like,
But yeah,
who's
yeah.
gonna blow up? I mean, and I love how I love tech guys. It's just all reviewers and video tech guys who do the reviews. But honestly, when the hell has me as an editor, I've never blown anything up 400 times.
Nobody does.
Or
That's why I like
To
when
be
they-
able to
for
see that
me-
distinction.
or the
Yeah,
even
right.
better one, the consumer. What consumer is actually gonna?
Dude, most consumers don't pay attention to the reason we pay attention to things, we complain about it or bitch about it on
Is
the
it-
podcast, is because like me and you at least, our eyes are trained
Yeah.
to like look for the little detail, so where something's failing.
Exactly.
You know, because we do that
Exactly.
every day.
Right,
When
that's
we do
part of our
editing
job.
photos or videos, so that's nuances that our eyes are trained to.
Right.
The majority of people
Nobody will notice
look
that.
past it like, oh, they don't exactly.
Yeah,
so
see,
I
and
don't
that-
know if it's worth $500.
See,
to be honest.
and I'm definitely with Omar on this one, just because this is the thing, and I think we talked about this. I think it was last week when it comes in regards to phones. Phones is like the amount of technology that they're adding year to year is now becoming so minute. It really doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, one of the big episodes. I don't know if you guys saw it this past week, but on YouTube, Unbox Therapy. It's probably the biggest unboxing channels that there is.
Tech channel, you got like 8 million subs.
Yeah, but did you see that he actually had the opportunity to review the iPhone 8 and he didn't do it?
Yes.
Instead, he did a 5-minute video as to why he should review it and why he shouldn't review
And
it.
it was
And
literally
he
like,
left it like
He
that.
played it as himself, like
Like demon, like angel and demon kind
yeah.
of thing.
Well, no, just demon and himself.
Yeah, okay.
So there was no two people. So he's like this, and him off to the side, like, you know what they're gonna say? They're gonna say you were paid to do it. He's like, why don't you want to do it? And but it was done really well.
But the point that video really makes, the way I
Is it
took
like
it anyway.
Apple?
No, it's
No.
more like what is there for me to really love about the iPhone? What new technology?
what new things
And
should
if
I love?
you gotta watch it, you would appreciate because it really is one of those where and mind you, we're talking about Unbox Therapy when it comes to like the YouTube and the reviewers kind of stuff. He's huge.
He's up there.
He's not even little. He's huge, right? And for him to be like, I don't think I'm gonna review it. That says a lot.
At some point, let's be honest. What is it? That phone. And I read this meme I think a couple days ago where somebody posted it. You hold either an iPhone 6s or a 7 in your hand. Close your eyes. Wish that it had a glass back. Open your eyes. It's the iPhone 8. And I was like, part of me was like,
bro,
yeah, you're not that far off.
You're not that far off
You're
at
not
all.
that far
But he's
off.
not. That's the point.
And it's like $400 more. Like,
and here's the question. Now it looks like GoPro is entering that same problem.
But it's always gonna happen because you're gonna hit. I mean, the only time it changes is maybe on a higher end for a specific thing, but on a consumer level, you're always gonna hit a plateau. Always gonna hit a plateau.
And when you hit that, what do you do at that point?
At that point, you don't even you either pivot. Most people just start not even innovating. They just start like updating or like fine tuning what they already have.
Right. And instead of would you say would it be better now? For my opinion, would it be better for iPhone, and would it be better for like GoPro instead of releasing a new product every year? Would they release a product every 2 years? Yeah. Would that be a better idea?
The better idea is to say this is what we have now. Throw this shit out and then start from scratch. How do we make it better from the ground up?
Like
no, I mean, and I know that's what Apple says. Oh, we do that every year. Like, no, the fuck you don't. No, I mean, you wish you do because you add a new processor, but that's still not the basis for it.
And it's funny, like. And I'm gonna go into the car realm real quick, especially with Volkswagen for a reason. There's a reason for it. The way iPhones is jumping every single year, the designs are damn near.
Phones in general.
Yeah, phones in general.
With the exception of Nokia, like, they went back 20 years.
Yeah, they went backwards.
The best back because that's a good phone to have.
Actually, they're running now. They have a 8 and a 6. They have like little mid-range phones out right now.
Yeah,
Android.
They're doing a different kind of, they're doing it differently.
And see, the interesting thing is like when it comes to like Volkswagen, right? A lot of people don't understand this. The guy who designed the original Volkswagen Golf, right, was the same guy who designed the iconic Coca-Cola bottle. Same guy.
Huh.
Yeah, same exact guy. His design house is the one that designed it. And over the years, if you look at every generation of Golf, right? It just seems to get a little bit bigger, a little bit wider, but a lot of design cues are still in every generation.
Yeah, I mean, there's a certain look you're gonna keep.
Yeah, even if you look now, like in the brand new GTIs and Golfs, if you look at the headlights, they have the running lights, and you have like a half an arc on the running lights. That actually is an homage to the original Golf that had dual headlights. And if you look back at every generation Golf, going back 30 years, all of them had the same design. All of them have dual rounds. But this is the point. Is they did that on a generational gap and people really didn't notice it because of how big of a gap of time happened. When it comes to phones and technology, they don't have that much of a time gap. They have to put out every single year. So it's those minute changes are so noticeable that we're like, again.
I don't know if they have to.
That's the thing. Yeah, I was gonna say.
You really don't know. Look,
we're
Apple,
at the point now where everybody's trained.
One of the things
every year, but they have to do it.
One of the things that made Apple unique when it came out, it wasn't like every company bringing out a new edition of a computer every year.
Right.
They made each component of their computer specifically for that model.
Right.
Because nobody else could provide, especially when the Emacs came out, nobody provided a board that felt in that. So they had to custom make everything, the drives, the memory. They made everything for that. And that was one of the biggest sellers they had.
Yep.
Schools bought them, designers, graphic designers, everybody loved it because it was custom made. Everything in that computer was custom made for that computer. That's it. And they've done that with some of their models, but they stopped. They basically, when the eMac got to that point, they threw it out and they started again. And then the iMacs came in.
Okay.
The iMacs already gone to that point. And all they're doing now is just pushing how much more can we stuff in here. You should get to the point where like, you fit this. Yeah. Throw it out. Start from the beginning.
iMac Pro? Like, come
They tried it with the Mac Pro.
Right.
They failed only because they put too much limitation on it. Because instead of outsourcing again, they outsource instead of building internally. What specific part can we make state of the art that nobody else will have that make this the fastest memory, the fastest video card, the best for this little trash can?
The trash can.
And that's where they failed.
Yeah, the trash can, that was epic. So then the question would be, do you think that iPhone should listen to their own advice and say, listen, we're not going to make another iPhone for another couple of years?
Dude, that's great if they don't.
I think
You think that would be
The
like better
Mac,
bet
the
for them?
Mac Pro, some people still holding on to their old Mac
The
Pros, the
Yeah,
towers.
yeah.
You know, they're pushing them. They're buying new boards and throwing out the old ones, so just can keep pushing in and pushing
Right,
in. Because it's customizable. It's something that still stands the test of time.
Right.
You know, I don't think that Apple's paid attention to that. They've actually thrown that idea out when they should have actually held on to that.
When it comes to on a professional level,
On a
I agree with that.
professional-
Yeah, because the towers were insane.
Insane, and
When
they
they
were
remember when they
beautiful. I
first
know-
came out, when they first came out, even I, a non-Apple guy, was like, "Damn, those things are built to be tanks."
I know people who
bro.
bought G4 and G5 versions of that just for the guts, so they can put a Hackintosh inside that machine.
If you don't know what a Hackintosh is, Google that up. It's pretty
mean,
hilarious.
and that-
that's going to be on my project to do. That's on my to-do
And
list.
it looks,
Is it really?
it looks nice. It looks beautiful, and that's what Apple should have done. Like, just gone all out here, throw out time, start from scratch.
that might be
go.
the better bet.
Yeah, 'cause my
But
Apple-
everybody's gonna have to start doing
No,
that
it's way out.
because now GoPro is adding these little functions,
And that's the.
and that's it. And then sorry to interrupt,
No,
but
it's okay.
let's go from the Sony, the 5000, 5100, the 6000, 6300, 6500. At one point, the 6000, 6500 had these little minute changes where now you're like, okay, they're all overheating.
Especially
How about you
63
just take
and
that shit?
65.
Yeah, take that shit, throw it out, make one just good without the overheating issue and with a better battery. Now you'll dominate.
So you think-
'Cause
you
now
think-
you're slowing down and Panasonic is catching
Okay,
up.
so you think right now the better idea for all technology
Lot of
itself is everyone calm the hell down.
Take
You
a
don't need
break.
to release something new next year.
Yep.
yeah,
Calm the hell down.
stand back and see what is it that is needed that isn't, or what is it that we can do better by complete redesigning, by completely
Okay.
throwing out the.
You know what? I definitely do agree with that because just in this conversation, all this whole conversation started because of the GoPro, and the whole thing I'm listening to is why. Why are you
Why?
releasing it? And don't get me wrong, I understand GoPro. You guys want to like get people excited
No,
for the
everybody wants
Christmas
money.
season.
Money.
Yeah, well, yeah, but that's why they want people to get excited for the Christmas season and the holiday season that's coming up. But
Not buying.
I mean, their
Not
GoPro
buying.
5 didn't do that great.
exactly.
No.
It did not do that great.
Matter of fact, yeah, when the iPhone 8, there weren't lines out the door.
Oh no, this
no.
is their
That's-
lowest.
that was
selling.
that was
This
that
is
was
their
a comedy.
lowest selling.
Yeah,
I
the
know,
waiting, yeah,
and-
for a
and I
long
wanna
time.
see-
And I mean, granted, everybody's waiting for the 10.
Everybody's waiting for the 10. You got people talking.
Yeah,
about
you know what? Yeah,
Yeah.
a lot of people are jumping the gun on saying like there's no lines on for the iPhone 8. It's because they want the top of the line, which means wait till the
this
iPhone
might
10 comes out.
sound racist, but even if there wasn't even that many resellers online for the iPhone 8.
That's true.
And that gives you an idea
That's
that
true.
if even the resellers aren't putting up the time, there was a couple, but there weren't as many.
Where's the racism?
Because everybody usually says that no, they're.
Yeah, I was waiting for the
I know
racism
it
part.
is, but I just want to.
I get what you were
The
trying to say.
racism
No,
is
I know
that most
exactly.
resellers, especially on the East Coast, happen to be of Asian descent. There's where the racism. is.
Yep, because there was one time I was getting an iPhone.
This racist
for a review or
bastard.
whatever, and I'm in line. I was behind them. They bought everything.
I mean, now they're probably
They
whoever's
came
in
out-
charge
they
of
came out the
that
market.
Empire's probably diversifying, adding
Yeah.
different faces.
No,
But even then, there wasn't. They could have came in on a
definitely see what
busload
you're
and they would
saying.
probably all been able to get their phones.
Yeah,
because
I mean, I
nobody cares.
definitely see what you're saying, and that's what's going to be the problem. The problem is that the changes now year to year is
Yeah.
so close. Nobody really cares anymore.
Honestly, get the iPhone SE, $350, $60, whatever it is.
You know what's funny?
It's the
That
same
one-
thing as the iPhone
350.
That one
iPhone 6
interested me more than any other
S,
ones.
and then it has a body of the
It's a
5.
sleeper, yes.
Sleep.
So-
That is
Small,
really-
but you got the
and
power.
if something happens to it,
So
it's
the-
unlocked already, so you can travel the world with this.
So the nutshell version is, sorry guys, I'm not interested in the GoPro. It's really not doing nothing
You
for
want
me.
to hear something else you probably won't be interested in?
That I probably won't be interested in.
I'm sorry. Something you definitely won't be interested in.
Oh, okay.
GoPro adds follow mode to their Karma drone.
Doesn't matter. The
I know
Karma.
it's dead on arrival.
The Karma was at arrival literally when they first got it because it kept crashing. It had
That was actually true.
The Karma had the issue that the Galaxy Note 7 had, where it was a failure to the point where these drones were literally turning off midair. Not the cameras. The cameras are on. So if you go online, you can search all these videos of cameras just flying and hitting the ground and then black.
So it wasn't failure to launch; it was failure to land.
It was failure to keep in the air. It was a failure to keep in the air. So rather than doing that, and they already had feedback about the
man.
wings and the
That was
propellers and
epic.
how slow it was to move and fast. Rather than doing that and saying, okay, you know what, we're gonna take the Note 7 approach and say we're gonna take the year off, scrap this shit and
Let's figure
start
it out.
from
And see,
the base.
and-
You know what they did? They came back 3 months later with the same fucking issue, except this time it didn't turn off.
Yeah, you know what? For me,
what it was.
for me, I definitely agree. They should have pulled the Note 7 business plan.
Cyber specs.
But the problem that I have with it, and that GoPro needs to understand or needed to understand, is that
Still.
the moment.
So they just announced that follow mode today.
r-
Still need to understand.
Yeah,
The rest of the issues are still existing.
Okay, wait. So this is what they need to understand. When Karma came out, people got excited. Then immediately,
Later.
DJI came and said, "Screw y'all. Let me show you how it's really done."
And they've
And they
been doing
took
it
out
for
a drone out of
a
their
while.
back pocket.
Mavic, right? Not
That was a Mavic.
It was a
yeah,
Mavic.
Yeah. And then they came out
but think
with
about
Spark,
that.
so it's
Think
like,
about that, because the Karma. Remember, the Karma came out, and everyone was like, "Look how tiny it is,"
And
and
it
and they were like, "Yo, screw y'all." Boom, out the pocket.
Yeah.
And if you're trying to sell it to consumers, to regular average Joe Blows walking down the street,
Karma's ugly as shit.
exactly. Like it really comes down sometimes to just that, like functionality. If I'm somebody who's on the go and just wants to record a quick drone video, I'm not gonna go for the bigger drone. I'm gonna go for the smaller drone with the highest quality, and that is DJI.
And granted, when they did the comparison to the DJI, because the Mavic wasn't out at the time, they did the comparison from the DJI to the Phantom Pro,
Yes.
and DJI was slightly better. But then again, only if you blew up the images. You know,
Yeah.
and like on a drone, you don't blow up the images too
No.
much.
Right.
On any
They-
drone,
they did.
unless you
Yeah.
have like a red on a drone, then that's different.
Yeah, that's a different type of
Anything
drone
else,
altogether.
No. So, and then I mean, not that DJI doesn't escape this, because they just released the Mavic Pro Plus or something that
Yeah.
just gives
The
you
Mavic Pro,
What was it?
and then the Phantom 4
4 Pro, and
Yeah,
I mean, and
they
they
need to-
and like
they need
anything
to
else,
stop.
they just you get a few more minutes of flight time, slightly better imaging, or
Something.
and that's it, and that's literally it. And so and so now they got the Mavic Pro, whatever Plus or whatever else it's called, that does maybe 6 more minutes of flight time, and I don't really know anything other feature that you would spend. Now, if you
Exactly.
haven't gotten the Mavic Pro, by all means get the Pro, the
Then
new
this
one,
is
the
the
Pro
time?
Plus, because
Hold on.
Well, we're talking about it. Don't worry.
oh, okay, yeah.
It's on the list.
Wait, don't say nothing. Don't say nothing.
So if you haven't, by all means get the newer one, the Pro Plus, or whatever it's called.
Yeah.
Get that one. If you have, there's no need for you to
Don't go
update.
crazy. And
It
feel
really,
like you
it
need
doesn't
to go.
really matter. Same thing
Yeah.
for a Pro. If you have a Phantom 4, and then there's a Phantom 4 Pro and a Phantom 4 Pro Plus, or whatever they call it, DJI is not escaping it. They're doing the same
Yeah.
thing. GoPro, they might be doing it better because their GoPros
It's
are
almo- it's
more
almost-
desired, or their drones are
Right.
more desired.
It's almost like it's a technological arms race, and they refuse to believe that.
Yeah.
You know what I
And
mean?
they think that by taking that year off, they're in the water, they're done.
Yeah.
But if you take a year off and you bring something that nobody has,
Right. Yeah. It's crazy. It's crazy. I mean, I'm not a fan, so I mean, GoPro. Sorry, guys. I appreciate the announcement, but I'm not gonna get one.
Yeah.
Show me something that like for 120, 200. That's you this time. That is you. How dare you? How dare? No, just kidding. His phone rang.
So in other words, you're like the aliens in Rick and Morty. Show me what you got.
Yeah. Like show me something that'll make me be like, all right, I really need to empty my pocket right now. Because honestly, the only thing right now that is telling me I want to empty my pocket out right now, believe it or not,
Sony A9.
no.
not even that.
No, Nintendo Switch.
I was like, say,
Nintendo
not-
Switch.
Really?
I
But
want
they want
I
Link.
want to play
Link.
Breath of the Wild so bad,
We play it every time we sit next to you.
dude.
Get what I did there? See what I did there?
You see what he did there on that
I
one?
see what I
That was a
did.
good one. That was-
For the record, I had dinner right before
That
he
is not
before we
true.
started.
It's not
But
true.
that
I'm
is
just got him.
Yeah, I have no comment. He got me.
He'll get me later though. Trust me, he'll get me later.
No, but yeah, but I want to play Breath of the Wild so bad. I mean, this is the thing
Yeah,
about.
because you've seen it. Now you're like,
I've seen it. I must have watched seriously about 40 to 50 hours of gameplay.
Now
on YouTube.
let's take Nintendo. They haven't been like the PlayStations or the Xbox every 2 years a system. You get a system like every 7 to 10 years with them.
Well, Wii U was the last one, and that was 2011,
That was a waste of time.
10. Before that was the Wii, and that was like 2005.
5, yeah, something like
And
that.
GameCube was like 2000. It was wild. But see, that's the thing.
So
and
what's their angle? What's their difference? Why are they still even relevant?
the
Mobility.
the Switch was finally accepting of the fact that listen, we're killing the mobile market, and let's keep on killing it with a device that you could literally put in your pocket and walk away with it.
yeah. So it's like, let's make a portable version of what you guys like in the PS4s and the Xbox.
It's insane.
But keep the mobility, but have the option to go that and that. So
And the funny part is that
3DS. I'm sorry to answer like how they keep the DS lines have been keeping them alive.
oh yeah, and the
I mean,
Pokemon
they
series.
got the Nintendo DS XL.
It's insane,
or
dude.
2D,
It's insane. Yeah.
2D XL, right?
Yeah. See, and this is
So what's the difference between that and the 3DS?
3D has like the.
it has a little slider that literally gives you a 3D effect.
3D.
You actually
And
get a 3D.
so the 2 doesn't.
No.
And it's just straight.
Right. See, but the thing about the Switch, what the Switch does is that it is a home-based system, but it comes with a little tablet that you literally take out the dock and you've seen it.
It's
So,
nice.
right now, the only difference is that, and this is what I think is a great marketing point because I want to show something here. Nintendo, the tablet is a 720p tablet. The quality on that screen is not the best, but everybody overlooked it.
No, it's not bad.
Everybody overlooked
No,
it.
because all right, how big is the screen?
That's the point.
So
It's
that's
only
the
like
thing.
6 inches. Like
Yeah,
it's tiny.
Because when you're talking, some people want the specs, but I'm like, if you go small, it makes
No sense.
They-
Because after a
and
certain
that's-
amount of pixels, you're not gonna notice it anyway.
Exactly.
Drain the battery for no reason.
And
Nah,
that's the
that's
thing. And Nintendo was like, bro, you don't need that. And now now you're playing home console games on the go, which is amazing. And for me, when it comes to like Legend of Zelda, I think Legend of Zelda has a personal place in my heart. It was like one of the first video games I ever played with the original back in like '85. So, and then I played Link to the Past, and I played Wind Waker, I played Majora's Mask. There has not been a single Zelda game that has been bad. All of them were good onto their own level, except Breath of the Wild just took it to another level on its own. And I'm like, I'm fiending for it, bro.
So that's a good thing to talk about then, because Nintendo, as you see, they were Atari started, or the Commodore started, but whatever.
Yeah, we could really go
but
back.
Nintendo literally is the one who made it a household name.
Yes.
Yes, you
Yes.
can thank them for
Yeah.
that.
And they made gaming a household
Yeah,
name.
because a
And
lot of
everybody
people
else
forget.
jumped in that bandwagon.
Yeah, because a lot of people forget. Atari had the disaster with the ET video game. Remember that? Remember hearing about this thing?
What,
ET,
That's the one they found
ET,
buried in the desert.
yes, because ET licensed the game to Atari for them to make a video game. And the video game was so hard. You had the Atari video game, the ET video game.
Yeah.
Get the hell out of here.
Or I had it or I played it. My memory might.
Okay,
Okay.
let me explain something to you about that game. It is considered one of the worst video games ever made.
Doubtful. I played some bad games.
Yeah, that's true.
It's a
I
bad
agree with you.
game.
But that's what made people consider that one because it was so glitchy and everything. Because they did a quick turnaround on it. It was horrible. But it sold so bad
It was pretty glitchy.
that the reserve, like the extra stockpile, they literally
Dumped it in a
and buried it in a landfill in the middle of the desert.
Yeah. They just dug it up.
And it was just a rumor.
years
It was
ago.
it was just a legend that they did that. There was no evidence to confirm it until literally there was an expedition last year to go into the desert and they actually found the site.
Yeah.
So they actually found the site where these
Damn.
old ET games are, still wrapped in plastic, still in the
Have
cardboard
you tried
box.
playing them?
Some of them have been restored. Yeah.
Some of them
Somebody
probably
tried.
played them,
Somebody
told
tried.
them for
But
value,
it's but at that time there was a big video game crash in 1984 where they were like, "Yo, no one's gonna get back to video games. It's crashing." And Nintendo was the one that really to step up to the plate and said, "Mario."
that guy.
Came this guy. That's right. Came this guy. Super Mario Brothers, and it took off from there.
So let's
Mario
hope
Brothers
then.
and Dunk Cut. It's a combo pack. Came with Zapper.
Yeah,
So
Zapper was dope too.
Let's hope that everybody tech world pays attention to how Nintendo's doing
Yeah,
it, because it's been
don't-
staying
yeah.
viable for a reason.
Wait, out of curiosity, did you ever understand how the Zapper worked?
Explain.
Did you ever know how?
Shoot.
Infrared, right?
No.
Remote
No,
control.
infrared was not that. No.
Huh? No.
Same thing from the
Wait,
remote
no.
control.
Okay, here light.
It
But
was light, yeah.
this how mind blowing is this? If you guys ever played the Nintendo
NES.
Duck Hunt,
Yeah.
any of the Nintendo shooting games, whenever you pulled the trigger, do you remember the screen flashed for a split second, and it was all white?
Yeah.
That one split second where it was all white except for one spot, and that spot was black, and that was where you were aiming at. Okay, so what happened is that the sensor at the tip of the zapper was only looking for black. So if the zapper detected black when the light came and it detected where you were pointing, it says, "Oh, he actually pointed to the target, so the target just died."
Interesting.
It was so cool. I actually
That
saw
is
you.
pretty cool.
I actually saw a YouTube video about it, and that's why. Remember when you used to play as a kid and you really wanted to cheat? You could put the zapper right to the television screen and just go like this, and it will kill it every time. Remember that? That's because that one screen, that one area was all black at that moment,
So ahead.
or it was all white. One or the other. I forget which one it
So
was.
ahead.
Interesting.
I just thought that was really cool. That's old technology. That's old tech.
That's dope.
That's ancient tech. Actually, that's like 1980s tech.
All right.
Yeah,
All right, moving away from the GoPros.
Yeah, moving away from.
Before we go to the rest of tech, we're in Mario, we're in Nintendo World. I'm gonna dive into it.
What?
Okay.
We just found out,
Today.
well, yesterday, if you're watching this on Friday, that all this time when Mario's riding Yoshi, he is punching him in the back of the head.
I always guessed that. Whenever Yoshi sticks his tongue out.
There was always a question like, is he petting him or is he doing? He's
Nah, it looks like he's always like that. He really is punching him?
Yes, they confirmed it today.
Nintendo confirmed
Peter's
it.
gonna be pissed.
Yo, Nintendo.
Peter's gonna protest the
How's Peter
fucking.
gonna be resist?
Because they're fucking a bunch of people who
Yo,
complain
yo,
about every
that
animal.
that should definitely
That's
be
why,
the
'cause
next.
Mario punched him in the back of the head. That's why they extinct.
Oh yeah, you get the Yoshi.
Yo, Yoshi got CTE. Yoshi's got concussion syndrome. Yo, the next video game is
So
gonna be
basically,
called.
Mario shouldn't be allowed to have pets.
Yo,
Where's the
not at all.
SSPCA
Where's
when
Peter?
you need him, bro? Come on.
No, the next video game is gonna be called Yoshi's Revenge. like the final boss is Mario, and the only way to beat him is to punch Mario in the back of the head.
Man.
So it really was like if anybody has ever played any of the Mario games where he rides,
Mario World.
Mario
or
World, Super Nintendo.
The launch title for Super,
which was absolutely
Super Nintendo.
amazing.
Oh, it was great. I still refuse to buy the little plastic ones. I refuse to. I'm sorry.
Wait, the ones that just came out, you're not gonna buy them.
Refuse.
Why?
not? It makes HD.
Traps. I might as well get an emulator. You can't add. Basically, whatever you get, that's it. You can't add to it.
No, it has a slot, so you can put the cartridge.
No,
The new
you
one, though.
can't add new games.
You
The
can't.
new one, yeah.
Yeah, you can't add new games.
No, you can play the
The
cartridges.
newer one.
Can you? I don't know if you
You
can.
can play
Maybe the
cartridges.
newer
It
one.
It has a cartridge slot in there.
I'm kind of.
Because of a
does-
certain amount of game,
because it
and then a
does
cartridge
support-
slot.
Because you might be right. Because this does support
HD.
the original controllers.
Yeah.
Maybe. I mean, the thing with me, the
But
thing.
the other ones I'm not buying because I'm like, that's a
Yeah,
trap.
the old, yeah. The,
now,
the
now,
first,
out of curiosity, because I'm actually thinking of buying it for one reason.
Super Nintendo was the shit.
Well, besides that, we're not even arguing
well,
that. part.
did you see that they're re-releasing that thing we're talking about with the where you could, it has 20 program games and
Yeah,
it
that's
has
NES
the
Classic.
cartridge.
Yeah, I'm actually thinking about buying that.
Yeah, that one has Star Fox 2. Game
That's
was
why.
never released.
The
I
unreleased
might
version of
actually-
Star Fox 2.
might
And I don't know if
actually
you
play it.
remember this. In
I love Star
Nintendo
Fox,
Power, they actually had screenshots of that game that they never released.
Wait. Nintendo Power is a publication, magazine that used to come
Does
out
it still
monthly,
exist?
Dedicated,
No.
of course not.
Oh, why not?
Dedicated only to Nintendo. I was a subscriber.
It was like the Playboy for nerds.
Yes.
Yeah.
No, yes.
Yeah,
yes.
it's pretty
100%.
good. 'Cause everybody
Because
had
he even had the posters with Mario and everybody. in it.
Or the princess.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they
how
had all
you
of them.
doing?
It's first taste of cosplay and different stuff. So
Yeah,
it was going,
yeah.
You want to know what's the funny part?
Did you need to bring it back?
Well, no.
They'll probably get to the point where they can.
I won't be surprised.
Maybe
but
digitally.
but the funny part about it is that Super Mario 2, right, was a crossover. It wasn't actually Super Mario 2. They actually had a different version of Super Mario 2 that the United States never played.
Oh, come on.
You never knew that?
No.
You know why Super Mario 2 looks different than every other Super Mario game?
It's a dream.
No,
Like that.
no, it's a Japanese import of 4 different other characters, and they just imported it over here and just changed the characters to the Mario Brothers.
That's some lady shit.
That's why
That is
the last boss was the frog and not Koopa, not Bowser. That's why. Now they did re-release it. Do you remember hearing a video game called Super Mario the Lost Levels?
Yes.
That's Super Mario Brothers 2. Yeah, it was great. Yeah, I know that's the nerd in me. Sorry.
Good to know. See, now you've been
So if you
we
ever,
never
if you
taught
ever,
nothing.
yeah, if
Right.
you ever want to play the one that they wanted you to play, the actual Super Mario Brothers 2, it's actually Super Mario Bros. The Lost Levels, and Super Mario 2 that the North America knows is a completely different game, and I forgot the name of it. It's like something action excitement.
I
Back
still
to
enjoyed it.
Mario?
I still enjoyed it, though.
That was a great game.
Back to Mario. I wish you could take the Mario movie and put them in the desert. Cause that
We talked about Mario movie, man, last week, man. There's a reason why we only talked about it last week.
yeah, but
That's
now that you guys brought it up, like, we
bad.
put that in the desert and forget about it for like 30
You know
years?
what? I bet you a lot of the actors want to forget about it.
Yeah.
I
You
know
know what I
Jalen
mean?
Kuzama wants to forget about it.
John Leguizamo don't even mention it, but it don't exist to him. But yeah, I mean that. But that's the funny thing about Nintendo. Like, there's so much backstory behind them that
It was a lot, yeah.
Yeah, it really is a lot. So it's like, okay, what is it that
Super fire combo.
yeah, so for me, I'm sorry, Legend of Zelda has such a history, and the funny part about Legend of Zelda is that every video game that they released, none were bad. None were bad to the point that you were like, yo, this is horrible. All of them were very well done. I mean, I played damn near a lot of them. Matter of fact, there was the Game Boy version too, the Dream
Oh my God,
Waker or something
yeah.
like that. I played that one. That one was amazing. Wind Waker was amazing. Majora's Mask, Twilight Princess was nuts. All the Legend of Zeldas have not let me down. That's why.
I mean, if you think about it, Nintendo was the first ones who started the gaming e-sport kind of a thing.
Yeah.
With all their video game systems.
Smash Brothers.
And then
Wizard.
yeah,
Wizard.
remember that? Yeah.
The Wizard. Remember the Wizard?
Yeah.
Like the Wizard. That was. It
It
was
was get
just,
started on the Pokemon. Oh
yeah,
God, that
that's
was
a
just
whole
like an
nother
yo,
epidemic.
you know what's funny? Nintendo and Pokemon, they
Nintendo.
can literally. We could literally do an
Retire
entire
and be okay?
episode about
Yeah.
that.
Dude, we could. That'd be
We
like
could do an entire episode about Pokemon.
We could do a whole
It's
like
insane.
YouTube channel. Just
Dude, my
dedicated to
son
that.
is on
There's
Pokemon
probably
so
somebody who has a YouTube
Pokemon Go.
channel.
He's on it so hard right now because people figured out ways to do this because they're like, damn, you could only search around your area. What if I want to search somewhere else? They hacked into the GPS units in the game where now you're like, all right, let me go check Santa Monica, California. And so you could play Pokemon Go and you could go over there even though you're not supposed to. And you could go check other places of the United States and see what Pokemon are
And
there.
that makes it fun.
Yeah. Oh, but yeah. My son was in Santa Monica yesterday.
Anytime you hack, it makes it fun.
Yeah. That's another thing to talk about too. But yeah, I mean that's pretty much about it on that part. What else you got for me?
What's next? What's next on this
All right,
list?
Amazon dropped a few things.
What?
I'm not Echo stuff.
No,
Not
yeah.
Google.
No.
I'm more Google than Amazon.
You know what? I finished watching The Tick. It's hilarious.
Yeah.
Like,
No, I'm talking about the product.
I just heard Amazon Tick.
I've seen them online. Again,
You know what? When you guys get a chance, watch The Tick. Only reason for one reason. It's only 6 episodes. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
So you'll be done with it in like 2 hours.
Dude, the British people, they have a lot of great shows, especially small comedic shows, and they're like 4 or 5 episodes.
That's it. They keep it
That's
short.
it. And then, but you're like, man, those 4 or 5 are really good. You're like, they put some work into
Mike, one of our friends, Mike, he actually put me up on Sherlock. Amazing.
Dude,
Amazing show.
the IT crowd.
I haven't seen it.
I haven't seen it. I
See
know
it?
of it.
Oh,
See it?
You ever seen
Oh,
Chewing
boy.
Gum on Netflix?
No,
Chewing Gum? Haven't seen that one.
It's goofy.
Yeah, I
It's
like
hilarious.
it.
It's
Would I like
goofy.
it?
Yeah,
Everybody likes
you like IT crowd. You like Peep
About-
Show. Have you guys seen Peep Show?
No.
I heard. I think I just.
That's a
came from
great
it.
show too. It's a British comedy show. Very
Yo,
good.
make
These
sure-
guys watch a lot of British
lot of good
YouTube comedy on Netflix.
Okay,
They're good.
text it to me later so I
Yeah,
won't
I'll
forget
send
because
you-
I am going
send
to
you a
forget.
list.
All right, before I
All
go
right.
back.
Okay.
Real Husbands of Hollywood.
Was that the Kevin Hart one?
It's bad.
It is. I'm catching up on the latest.
So
season.
I'm assuming they didn't
I
film
only
him.
I only did like 2 seasons,
They're
and
like
then
4 or 5 on Netflix.
oh really?
You know,
Like I don't know. Basically,
I have to
all
do
except
season
for
2. I loved it. I loved the show. I got busy.
I
Who's on it?
don't
Who's
know
on it
if I
now?
can. There's a reason why.
Dude.
There's a reason why. I have a
No.
reason.
Tell me who's
no.
on it.
Wait, I have a reason.
I'll let
I
you
mean,
know
look,
right
he
away.
cheated on his wife. Okay, we gotta forgive him, look past that, and move on. That was last.
I have a
episode.
very,
Let's hear this reason.
I have
I'll
a
tell you
very,
right now.
very, very strong. I'm not gonna say hatred, but hatred to reality shows. I just
It's
can't.
not. I'm gonna put you on.
You'll love it.
Ink Masters. You'll love that reality show.
You'll love it because
Actually, you know, it's funny. A couple of my clients went on
it's a reality show, but they're playing themselves and they're parodying themselves.
So it's like Curb Your Enthusiasm kind of thing.
Yes.
Yes.
Like
Great
Which
show.
Curb Your Enthusiasm?
it's coming back.
Great
so,
show.
It is-
so,
it is
yeah,
coming back.
prime
I'm excited.
example, episode
Okay.
season 5, episode 1. Robin Thicke comes back. This is after the whole Marvin Gaye thing.
Oh,
Kevin Hart turns around. He's like, Pharrell, well. Look what the drugs brought in.
oh,
And then
Oh yeah.
So-
during, I'm gonna ruin it for you, but during like the first 2 seasons,
when you get mad.
no, when what's his name? When Thicke is there, he's always Kevin's always asking me, "Yo, where's your wife at?"
Oh,
Yo,
yeah. Where's Paula?
where's
Yeah.
Paula?
No.
Yo, get him on the phone. Yo, call Paula over for this party.
Oh, you did that with Nick, too.
no!
He's like,
Wait.
Mariah.
So I want to make sure we get
It
this
is
straight.
funny.
So Real Husbands
Love
of
it.
Hollywood is a scripted.
It's a parody
It's
Yeah,
a scripted parody
on
of
reality TV.
Yes, that's
And
what I
all
like.
these guys use their lives.
It's
so
really
funny.
them, and they talk
It's
about
really well
their
done.
stuff.
Really well done.
Really? I would like it.
Yeah,
I would
no,
like
it's
it.
great. I'm
Okay,
actually mad I haven't watched this in season
Okay,
2, but it
I'm gonna
was a
stop
great
watching.
show.
Like, here's-
I'll make an
Great
effort for that one because the thing with me is I have a really deep.
He
I
hates
just
Nick
don't
Cannon.
like
It's
reality.
It's not reality.
It's not reality.
It's
Okay.
reality
Parody.
because it's a parody.
Yeah.
And one last thing.
Okay.
There's an episode where Robin Thicke gets angry because somebody drank up all his almond milk. He hulked out and he turned into Terry Crews.
Oh yeah.
Stop there. Stop there. That's it. That's all I
Dude,
need
it's
to
a
know.
great show. Guys,
Dude,
watch it.
Yeah,
You
that's,
can't.
that's all I need to know.
Get past the
Okay.
whole Kevin Hart
Wait,
thing.
time out. How the
Everybody
hell
makes
did how the
mistakes.
hell did we get into this conversation?
We
were
started
talking
on
about
Amazon.
shows.
No, dude, you just said the word Amazon, and
Then
now
you
we're on
said you
Netflix.
had a tick on you, and then we
No,
went
it's
from there.
stupid. The Tick. It's a
You
good show.
said if you had it. All right, so I'm just gonna run through these because I don't. Honestly, they're cool. I don't have any PR connects, and I just don't really care about them. They're not really.
Who, Amazon?
Yeah, the Echo stuff. It's like okay.
Show us something for us to actually look at and actually dive into it, and we'll be given
Something with a little bit more security too.
but see,
I'll still sketch
This is the
stuff
problem
like
with
that.
tech reviewers. The problem with tech reviewers is that we have to, we have to give.
Tech reviewer now.
I know I'm a tech
earlier-
reviewer now.
I'm kidding.
Early on,
We had a funny
text
conversation about that
messages,
yesterday.
it was-
No, but okay, I'm speaking for Roderick right now. No, when it comes to actually like reviewing an actual product, to review a product that you don't have your hands on is very difficult. So it's like, all right, what do you want me
Or
to
you
say
can
about it?
report on it.
Yeah.
It's like I'll never get my hands.
Yeah, it's like what do you want us to really say? So because of that, it's always good for us to actually have a product for us to actually look at and say, all right, let's see how it really is. Let's really dive into like how good it is.
It's not even being bitter. It's like sometimes their PR is so fickle. Like I'll get into an event.
It
once
happens.
And they never happen again.
Yeah,
It's
it
like-
happens.
Like, hey,
I mean,
you wanna,
even right now, like Blue, the audio company, actually just sent you a new microphone that we're gonna be
Yeah.
getting set
My
up.
Boy,
very,
Blue,
very
you're
soon.
my boy.
I just got an email from them like, hey, did you get it?
Yeah, and you know what? And
We'll test it
I'm,
next
I'm,
week,
I'm
you'll
actually
see.
so excited for you because that is an awesome mic.
We'll be. Yeah,
You know what I mean?
Checking it out.
Like so maybe next week we actually have a great way to compare it because we have like a very cheapo mic, a very decent mic, and then we're gonna have that mic, and that thing's gonna be insane.
Professional mic.
So we're really gonna be able to be like
Fish.
But this is also a blue mic as well.
Yes.
This is a really
Yeah,
good mic.
but it'll be a great comparison for
Yeah.
their budget mic and that mic,
budget-ish.
budget-ish.
Because this is 100. That's 2.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's probably leaps and bounds audio-wise, but price-wise,
Yeah.
not too much.
Exactly. So it should be good. So
Yeah.
yeah, stay
Because
tuned
that
for
looks
that
like,
one.
like just straight sound components. This one
Comes
has
in a wooden box.
USB, you know, this thing.
Like,
Yeah.
He's like, it comes
Fancy.
in a wooden box.
Slides
Screw
off,
y'all.
and then it's like,
It looked like a domino box from. Like,
All right, so go down the Echo stuff.
all right, the Echo
That
stuff.
matters.
I'm just gonna read it real quick. So
Go
if
ahead.
it look like I'm reading on my phone. I'm reading on my phone. All right, so Echo Spot. This is actually one thing that's kind of cool. So it's a small alarm clock that you can make video calls or use as a nursery camera. So it looks like
What?
It looks
That
like
might
little,
not- that's interesting.
It looks like little T-spheres from Mr. Terrific. DC
Damn.
World.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
looks like little T-spheres with a digital. It's like around the screen for 130.
Wait, time out. On a side note,
So you can use
that
that for, like,
sounds
home
good
surveillance
because
or no?
you as a dad,
Yeah,
that sounds really good for you
yeah,
because that means you can actually just access right on your phone.
yep.
And can you actually make it do something like? Can you make it play lullabies?
Think so.
That's dope.
Hmm.
Yeah, like if they could do that,
Yeah, but you got to be within the. Well, you are, but I'm not within the Amazon ecosystem at all. Not
dude,
'cause I
get
refuse to,
on,
just not,
man.
that's all.
Like honestly, I've been
What's the Amazon ecosystem like?
like
Amazon Prime?
Yeah,
Prime.
but see, this is the thing. If you're on Amazon Prime, everybody only goes for like the free shipping, but dive into the other features
Now-
it gives you,
Now they actually made it worth your while.
and it will blow your mind.
Few shows.
Besides TV shows, movies, books, music,
I am an Audible customer.
it has a music library almost as extensive as Spotify, where you can make a music library on your Amazon account and you can play it on your phone just like anything else. It has everything you, like it's insane, and I personally never realized it
Yeah.
until I was like one day I was like, yeah, let me see what else they have. Next thing you know, I'm reading all 3 Hunger Games for free. Next thing you know, I'm watching the entire Indiana Jones trilogy. We don't count the fourth. We don't. I'm sorry, I don't.
I had moments.
Very few moments. But I watched them all for free. You know, I have my own music selection library for free. It even has cloud storage for your photos and everything like that. All of it is included with the yearly annual price of Prime. It is completely worth it.
Yep.
Completely. You know what
You'll
I mean?
need it when you
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, when your bundle of joy comes
Save
in
diapers.
December.
that one, yeah. I mean, that's just was the spot. That sounds pretty
Yeah,
cool.
it's 130, so it's a good price too.
FYI, you could keep an eye on your baby from your phone.
So I got cameras, bro. I'm a camera guy.
You're the camera
Cameras
guy.
everywhere.
This guy.
I might get the GoPro, whatever it's called. What is it? What do we call it? Just
Oh,
the GoPro?
yo, goes to show how important it is. The GoPro, what was it?
Hero Black 6 or whatever. the
That's
hell they
too
call
much.
it.
That's just racist.
Stupid.
All right. Next
What's the
up,
next?
Echo Plus, which is pretty much a redesigned version of
The Echo?
the original Echo, except this time it comes with a free hue light 1
Okay.
and stronger wireless range for 149.
Blah blah blah.
They have a smaller Echo that's made out of cloth for $99.
Blah, blah.
Saw that one. That
Echo
one.
Connect, which is a small $35 device that makes you make phone calls using Alexa.
Blah. I think I actually saw that one. Okay.
Yeah, like I can do all that with Google Home right now.
Yeah, that's all right. Yeah, exactly. That's like, all right, you guys are playing catch up right
and
now.
then the Fire TV now supports 4K HDR.
Nice.
Before it had 4K, now 4K HDR. So
See, that doesn't bother me. I actually have Amazon. I actually have the Amazon Fire Stick. So
Oh, you have it?
yeah, it's
is
good.
it jailbroken or modded?
No,
Oh, you should.
nah.
You really should.
It's pretty much like Showbox and
Yeah.
more all on that. But
It's
you have
easier
the
to get
option
hacked,
to use
though.
that. Yeah,
Yeah,
but you can
it's
do that
like-
as well as have.
Yeah, I mean the
I did it for a
thing.
while. It was fun. Then
The thing is
something
like I have two televisions. One of them is got the Fire Stick. The other one's got the Chromecast. So it's like either or I could just switch from one to the other.
Very true.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, they all mirrorcast.
You know what's funny? A friend of mine put me up on this because you know like the sound system I'm having here has a Bluetooth adapter that I bought.
Good to know.
It's an old system, but I bought a $15 Bluetooth adapter so it plays on my phone to Bluetooth.
Yeah.
So it plays over there. My brain didn't click. I could also do that and attach it to my television, and I could actually like connect it to headphones, and I could actually play Bluetooth on my TV with headphones on. They didn't even click on me. I was like, it's a $15
Accessory.
workaround.
Yeah.
Instead of paying an extra $500 for that feature on your TV.
Nice.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well,
I didn't think
we'll
about
be
it.
looking forward to testing the projector with that another.
Yeah, we also have a projector to review now.
For
And
BenQ.
BenQ, thank you very much. Because the awesome thing about where we're shooting from is that there is how wide is that? At least that's 9 feet. So let's say 10, that's about 12 feet wide.
That's your
And
projector.
about-
That's your projector wall right there.
Yeah, I actually have
Yeah.
a completely
No, I
blank
think
wall
it's
where I do
bigger.
my shooting from.
Those are 8.
No, those are 9.
Those are 9?
The seamlesses are 9. So,
No, I'm not talking about the seamless. I'm talking about the drywall.
oh yeah, no, but I'm thinking about just shooting on the seamless. Get my white seamless down, and that's it, 9 feet wide.
Dude, just use the wall. You have a huge ass white wall that's like twice the size of all
You
your
know what?
seamlesses.
You know what? That's my nitpicky side, and I'm like the creases on the wall is gonna bother me.
And
when
the
I
creases on
project
the
stuff like that.
seamless? Look
Huh?
at the seamless. It has all those creases too.
Well, yeah, but not the white seamless. That's not white. That's the beige one. I have whites hanging over there.
Dude, it's a perfectly clear wall.
That's
All you
it.
gotta do
When
is
you turn off the
sand it,
lights, you ain't
put a
gonna-
new
Excuse
coat
me,
on it.
I'm very OCD when it comes to
Yeah,
movies.
I had standard.
I have
All he can do
standards.
is just sand
No,
it
but-
and then repaint it and he'd be fine.
Yeah, that's true too. I don't disagree with him. I'm just lazy. But yeah, the awesome thing is that we have a wall that's roughly about 12 feet wide and it's at least 10, 12 feet long high.
So it's
So
about
we're
as
gonna
big
have a
as-
movie night,
it's
and
about as
you
big
know,
as
reach
the
out to
Canyon
Carlos. He'll tell you if you're in the area, come by, bring some
Oh,
food.
we're gonna do that.
Yeah, we're not gonna do that.
Huh? Why
Why
not?
not?
No, we'll do that. I don't think you're gonna tell people to come.
Why not? They can come. If they're in the
Invitation
area.
only, maybe.
Yeah, if you're in the area, reach out if you like.
I wouldn't mind doing it. I
That
wouldn't
would
mind.
be cool.
Get enough people in here, but it might be kind of hot. But we'll see.
No,
It's gonna be.
no
I
mic.
mean, by next
It
week
will.
it's gonna be
No
like below 30 here in Jersey. So
yeah, you know what? We'll wait for the cooler days to do that.
which is like a couple days.
Yeah, exactly.
Here
yeah,
in Jersey,
so-
you go from like 90 to like 30 the next day, and
Right.
you skip summer, go into winter.
Yeah, so it's gonna be cool. So BenQ did give us a projector to review, so we're gonna kill two birds with one stone. And this
We've been talking
studio,
movie night forever.
I know,
since you got
and my
this.
studio is gonna have. I already have the surround sound system. We just have to hang it up. So once we have the surround sound system set up, oh yeah, it's on in here. It's gonna be
Alright.
crazy. So yeah, stay tuned for that review. That's gonna be awesome.
All right, what else?
All right, LG finally announced the V30 is coming next week at 800, starting at $800.
Nah, okay.
I'm not surprised.
That's the
Everybody-
one, right?
Yeah,
Let me see it.
I actually still enjoy. I actually prefer that over the Note 8. Honestly,
What?
I'm not a Note person. I've never been a Note person.
Cause you don't like the pen.
Wait, no,
No,
you know
I've
what?
never been a Note person. I never used the pen. I always got it for the screen size and the battery. Now I have that with the S8 Plus. This is a
I
bigger
think-
battery and the screen is just as big. So it's like
So
Let me
wait,
see that
wait.
one. Let me see that one.
that's the S8 Plus. So it's like I have what I need here. So I don't need to know.
See the thing. You're
gonna like it video-wise.
Am I?
There's a,
You can shoot
Boy.
Cinelog.
Here, put your thumb.
You have,
Really?
oh my bad. You have video. You got LUTs on this thing.
no
Oh, yeah?
way.
I'm dead serious. Built in. And then
Damn.
I think you can download and add more.
See but this is the thing. It's like you're really gonna have to nitpick between that phone and that phone for you to come up with an actual decision as to which one you think would be the better phone.
Then, yeah,
It really is
it's gonna
getting
be
down to
depending
nitpicky
on the
stuff.
person, your personal needs, like anything else. 'Cause
Like
they-
for me, what I've noticed over the past couple of years, I gravitate very heavily towards LG and Samsung, and I do go back and forth between them. I don't see myself going to the Pixel. I don't
basically
see
you
myself.
plant your flag anywhere.
Yeah, it looks like it's
Pixel
gonna.
2 might win you over.
I want to see it.
They're talking.
I know I've heard a lot of talk
portrait
about that.
mode, a single lens portrait mode. I'm like, damn.
Yeah, I want to see what they got.
But don't. A lot of people forget that the original Pixel had instead of optical image stabilization, it had an electronic image stabilization that used the gyroscope that worked. That worked pretty damn good.
I think that's the one that you brought here.
No, I had it. That was my
that's the
phone.
that's the one that I messed around with the camera, and I actually love that.
The
camera.
camera's amazing.
Yeah, I love that camera. I remember that one.
Yeah.
That was great. That was a good camera.
Yeah.
See, the thing with me, matter of fact, here's a perfect example. As a photographer, one of the main features I look for on a phone is a camera. Like, the camera's got to be awesome for me.
I tell you, there's a way to put the Pixel camera on there for auto mode.
What?
That's what I did there. I had to. I'm like, for
Really?
auto mode, LG, like, I can't. Manual, I love it.
Okay.
But auto, I couldn't do it.
There you go. Cool. Good to know.
Interesting.
So that's
Alright.
coming finally. I don't know what they waited for. Maybe should wait.
So next week, expect to hear our mouths a little bit.
Yeah, because next week it's Pixel event too. So like, I
There you
could have
go.
waited until after all that. But whatever. I waited this long. Whatever. I wish y'all the best of luck because the V30 is a great fucking phone. Even if you don't like the software, throw a launcher on it.
Which software is on it right now?
They're
They're on.
terrible software. I'm sorry. LG's software is terrible. They
You
need to-
can't put Android on there?
Yeah, you could throw a launcher on there and call it a day. But just some people don't know about that, so they have their nitpicks.
There you go.
Okay, so Google Assistant now comes to Android TV, starting with the NVIDIA Shield.
Wait, Android TV?
Yeah, it used to be a thing. It's not really a thing, but for those that still have it, so if you have a NVIDIA Shield, which is like pretty much their set-top box.
Yeah.
Now you can be like play Stranger Things. And boom, on your
And then Bigsby pops up.
No, not this.
Stupid.
No, a working AI work pops up. It's a select thing because if you didn't have it, you wouldn't know.
Yeah, see,
It's not
I
one of those
mean,
things
I
that's
didn't
gonna
even. The NVIDIA Shield, how well did that do?
I never heard of
I
it.
saw it at
Has
the
a-
never heard
stores.
of
has a cult following.
Does it? I
Yeah,
never
has a
heard of
cult
it.
following. Yeah, I heard great things.
Yeah,
about
so
it.
did Waco, Texas, but
Damn.
I mean, he was a
You know,
jump
they
on
actually
it.
made a movie about it?
Yeah,
It's a two-part
miniseries.
miniseries, yeah.
Miniseries, yeah. Look, John Leguizamo is in it.
Is it? I
Yeah, it's
didn't know
called
that.
Waco.
I only heard
It's
of it.
premiering actually. Also, get this, Spike TV got bought out by Paramount, so it's not gonna be Paramount Network or something like
Wait,
that.
who got bought out?
Spike TV.
Get the hell out of here. When was this?
Yeah, the only reason I found out because
Goes to show you
so
how much cable I
during
got.
the only reality TV show I watch is Ink Masters. Anything that has to do with the Ink Master production, those guys are amazing. And they announced that that's a show that's coming to the Paramount Network, which is apparently Spike TV got bought out by Paramount Pictures,
Whoa.
the Paramount Group. So
There you go.
Kind of crazy.
they're
That's a new one. I
rebranding
didn't
their
hear that
name. They're rebranding to the Paramount Network. Yeah, so yeah, Waco is the first miniseries about the tragedy in Waco, Texas, and John Leguizamo's in it.
If you don't know what happened in Waco, Texas,
Look it up or watch.
look it up. It was kind of crazy. It really was crazy.
No, it
All right. Yeah. All right. Cool. Keep it moving. What's next on the list, bro?
what is next?
What you got for me?
Show me what you got.
Well, no. Please don't show me what you have.
No.
Don't traumatize me.
Red Dead Redemption game trailer came out.
I did
Redemption
not
2
see that.
Came out this morning.
This morning,
Put it on that.
we're gonna do a live view of what we think of the game right now, or just a trailer, because obviously.
Red Dead Redemption is ridiculous. That's another one. No, any.
Yo, why is this falling back here?
Yo, Ghost, bro. Ghost. Actually, I think I tapped it with my
No, I
foot.
did. Your
Yeah,
foot
the
is,
cable.
Right there.
Yeah, Red Dead Redemption. The sequel is actually coming out. Last time it came out was 2013, no, 2012.
This is a game pause. We'll probably speed this up so you guys want to watch this one.
He ain't gonna put out. Whoa!
I'm gonna try to figure
Dude, that's
Holy crap!
the G. That's the V.
That's-
V30.
it out. Yeah.
This one looks nice.
It's a full vision HDR panel.
Yeah, we're playing the trailer right now, so excuse us a second.
Looks like that. Looks like a Brokeback Mountain visuals.
He said Brokeback
And
Mountain.
I don't mean that negatively. Like the visuals to that movie were amazing.
Backside.
Wow,
When your mother's finished
Final
mourning your
favorites.
father, I'll keep
Staying
running
for the
by
reach round, bro.
on your behalf.
Wow,
That was great, man.
they are not messing around.
Got lawmen in 3 different states after us. They chased us from the west. They chased us over the
That looks
mountains.
amazing.
Yo, look at that.
We'll need an extra gun.
Yo,
Ain't no such thing.
yo, the texturing on this game is
Yeah, it's
ridiculous.
just a detail.
Yeah, you see the lighting? Yo, look at that.
Crocodile.
You're the only one of these fools that I trust.
Wow.
Where's our money?
Wow.
Have my back. Always, Dutch.
Spring 2018.
Wow.
Wow.
I want to do that 4K.
You know,
I have money on it. I kind
There-
of want that new Xbox that came out.
there was a couple of
Xbox, what is it, One X? Was it?
wow.
One X.
There- there's
Go
a
for
cou-
pre-orders. You got the money now.
There is a couple of game trailers that when it comes out, everybody gets their minds blown. I think this might be the one right now. Because
Yeah,
like
it looked like a
ones
movie.
that I remember off the top of my head is I'm gonna remember this moment. I remember when I saw Grand Theft Auto 5 trailer, mind blown. Actually, Breath of the Wild trailer blew my mind. Twilight Princess trailer blew my mind. Street Fighter 5 trailer blew my mind. You're gonna like whenever you see like these games that people are ready to be like, holy crap! Oh, Mortal Kombat X. When that trailer came out, it blew my mind.
Too bad the game wasn't as good.
You know what? The game was crazy, but it was like that's the thing about trailers.
It's debatable.
Trailers are meant to any game is debatable.
Yeah,
that's the thing.
it's
But
the draw.
yeah, it's that
when you
draw.
compared to what you saw in the trailer to how the game played, you're like, oh, okay.
I don't know. Some of them are insane, but you know what? I think the bigger loss when it comes to fighting games was Street Fighter 5 over Mortal Kombat. I think Mortal Kombat was better than Street Fighter 5. You know what I mean? Only because, yeah, my opinion. I don't know, my opinion. You know,
Street Fighter 5 was hard.
yo,
I liked it
well,
because it had a mesh of Japanimation.
Yeah, I like that. 'cause
almost
they
like
had
cell shading
character.
kind of thing. It was almost like
but
cell
it's
shading
like,
kind of thing.
what was it? Part 3, the Third Strike. It was kind of like
No.
that with a little alpha texture.
Oh, okay, I see what
It
you're
was
saying.
like a mesh.
But-
it
but-
was cool. But it's
But see that's the kind of things is like those trailers are meant to draw you in. That thing looks like a damn movie. That thing looks like a damn movie. It's insane. Matter of fact, you know what you should do?
What?
This section of video right here, reaction video right there. Boom, we just did it.
I know.
That was a reaction video right now.
Timeline goes from
Just
here
cut
to
it.
everyone.
Just
Yeah,
cut it,
everyone.
bro. Just here to here, cut it and paste to a different file. That was
Good
insane.
trailer.
Yeah, that was insane. I'm sorry. That
And that's
was,
coming to the NVIDIA Shield. This
you're stupid. It's
Oh,
coming.
it's not?
What is it? PlayStation 4?
NVIDIA Shield's
It's
not
not
gonna get
exclusive,
this?
right?
I thought NVIDIA.
It might. I don't know. I'm pretty sure it's going to console. But the thing is, the question is, you saw what it looked like.
Yeah.
Is that PS4 Pro one box Xbox One X only?
It looks like a
Probably. No, it probably comes to the regular stuff, but it probably comes to that early.
I think it's gonna come to the top of the line ones
Yeah,
because the amount of texture
Yeah,
and rendering on that
the
was
amount of
insane.
processing for those
you're talking
details.
4K.
Yeah, did you see the lighting, dude? When they were walking in front of the burning house?
fire.
Yo, that's insane. I'm sorry.
And the crazy thing about it is that I kind of got more interested. I actually did a pre-order. I doubt I'll actually get it, but
Tell them your tech guys. They'll give it
Yeah,
to you.
tech guys, bro.
yeah, I wish I reached out to them first before I actually went into a Microsoft store and got a pre-order.
They were like, nah.
I
bro,
love
yeah.
the fact that it upscales. So if you don't have a 4K TV yet, you still get higher quality than 1080p.
Nice.
So I'm like, it's future. Basically, it's future.
It keeps you ready. Okay,
it's
cool.
future-proofing your console.
Good.
So it's
Okay,
like,
cool.
I'm
Cool.
gonna have all that.
All right. Well, yeah, that was completely. I wasn't expecting you to bring that up. That was cool.
You guys brought up the Annihilation trailer.
Oh,
Did you see it
yes.
yesterday?
Didn't see it. I was
Hold
at,
up.
I was at work while you guys were bantering.
Yo, how crazy was that trailer?
That's a good trailer.
This is the thing about Annihilation. It's the same guy who wrote and directed Ex Machina. If you haven't seen that,
He worked with the girl with the long neck who's gonna be in the new Tomb Raider movie.
yeah, Alicia Vikander.
Yeah.
Is that her name?
Yeah,
Something like
yep.
that. But besides Ex Machina, what else did he do? He actually did a couple of great ones. He did do me a favor, Wiki it, because he's got there's a
What's your phone?
But
5%.
anyways, the
I'm
Annihilation.
kidding.
Now, is that based off? I saw the trailer. The trailer
It's
is
based off
amazing.
of a book.
It's based off a book.
It's based off of a book.
Everything.
Incredible.
Yeah, like the visuals was nuts.
Yeah, the visuals
That's the
are
thing.
nuts. But the story left you wondering. It was
What the
like,
hell?
What's going on?
But
What-
that's-
Alex Garland.
What I loved about it though is that it's the kind of trailer that didn't reveal a damn thing. Something's going on. They don't know what it is.
And you wanna find out.
Yes.
Yeah.
But it doesn't tell you what's going on. Who is she?
Yeah.
Blah blah blah.
Yeah.
They don't tell you nothing. I love that. I love the
no,
fact
it was-
that
it
they
was a
just
great trailer.
Yeah. Oh
The
my god, that
imaging-
last ending shot.
Yeah.
With like I don't know the trees catching on some kind of
No,
weird.
my favorite ending shot in the trailer, you see like this green hand just come across her. And I'm like,
Oh,
what
that shot was-
is
yeah, that was
that?
insane.
What is that thing?
No,
it's a good.
but
trailer.
isn't Blade Runner coming out this week?
Is it this week? No.
I think that's the next one I want to see.
October, right?
I'm dying to see that one. The visuals on that one looks amazing.
No, the visuals on that do look amazing.
Yeah.
They're not gonna do a 70mm release because they didn't shoot it in an IMAX 7 or 65mm.
What are we looking for again?
I'm just reading about it now.
Bro, go to the direct. I want to see what else he's done.
Alex Garland,
Yeah, click on that.
but he's a novelist, film director, blah blah.
Filmography, boom.
28 Days
There you go.
Later.
That's exactly the one that I want to talk about.
He did Sunshine.
Yes,
You ever see
yes,
Sunshine?
yes, I did. Yes, I did.
That was
Sun,
really
you never saw Sunshine? Please tell me you saw
Oh, the little
Sunshine.
girl.
No, that's
No, Sunshine is the one that they're going to the
basically
sun.
the sun is dying.
Ah.
Go there, retard.
Yeah, I saw that.
Okay, so look, Sunshine,
He's
28
right.
Days
Yeah,
Later.
I
Think about this kind of movies. 28 Days Later,
That was a
Sunshine.
great one.
Yeah,
I love that.
Love that one. Sunshine,
Dread.
Ex Machina,
Dread, the new Dread.
Dread.
I love the new Dread.
Yeah, he did that.
I love the new Dread. That new Dread.
Now,
was
and now
nice.
he's doing this. I'm in 100%.
I mean, I loved him with Ex Machina. That was one of my favorite movies. of
Ex
that year.
Machina
That
was
a great film.
Ex Machina was
Yeah.
the
The
type of mental thriller that
you
gave
know.
you such a twist at the end that you was not ready for. You wasn't ready for it. If
I
she-
mean, at points I kind of knew it was leading to that.
Yeah, I know,
but
but-
you still got
And
anxious
then
that,
that-
oh, don't let her go, don't let her
No,
go.
you know-
about the
we're gonna ruin it
twist,
for you
but-
guys.
No, you-
Spoilers alert.
No, you know what it was for me? They played so well.
Oh, yeah.
They played so
They acted
well
well.
that I was
Together.
hoping against that ending to turn out the way it did.
Yeah, no.
I was
You
I-
hope for that because you don't want that. to
And
happen,
then
'cause
when
that,
and then when that twist happened, I'm trying not to ruin it for you guys.
I already said spoiler alert. So
Yeah,
it was
but,
past
yeah.
this.
But so when they gave you that twist, and all of a sudden you realize what was happening, it just sucked my energy dry. I could not believe that ending
Yeah,
happened.
it was a great film.
What?
Great film.
It's the My Buddy commercial with LeBron and Dwayne.
Damn right.
Oh my god.
Oh my God. You can't.
I had
So,
him.
you wanna, so he's watching a commercial where
Tweet that.
My,
Yo, put that up.
my
put that on
buddy
Twitter.
was like the Chucky version. I think that's probably where they got the idea.
Yeah,
of,
yeah. My buddy had to come from. Child's Play definitely had to come from.
Yeah.
So it was a
I
doll
had-
for kids, mostly boys, who would walk around and grab it
Yeah.
and stuff.
They had Kid Sister.
Kid sister, yeah. But my
Girl.
buddy was
Wow,
for-
you just really brought it
I
back.
my
think
buddy
theme
was
song.
my buddy,
Stop,
my
please,
I'm not
buddy.
saying I
and me.
want to.
Anyways,
Yo,
so
you know
it was
what's-
dressed. It was dressed in overalls. I think of a Chucky doll, but without the evil coming back to life.
Yo, you know what 1980s theme song I saw the other day and it completely blew my mind? Do you remember Gummy Bears, the cartoon?
Disney,
That
yeah,
cartoon?
yeah. It's part of Disney. After
Dude,
it was the rich part of
the
the
trailer-
the original lineup.
The
before
trailer
Gargoyle
out of nowhere popped up on my YouTube feed the other day. Out of nowhere.
She
And I
was
was like,
searching.
no, I think my daughter or my son
Yeah,
was.
this
But
guy.
yeah, it was nuts. I was like, I remember it clear as day. The gummy bears bouncing here and there and everywhere. I lost my damn mind. I could not believe I remembered it.
I don't think I remember that.
Yo,
'cause I
search-
liked
Remember the
it,
show.
but
No,
I-
do a Google search for Gummy Bears cartoon theme song.
Yeah, because I liked it, but
Don't do it.
I was such a fan of everything that came afterwards.
Yeah.
There was
like
a lot.
Tailspin,
Tailspin was amazing.
Kid Cloud Kicker. Huge fan of Darkwing Duck because it's a Batman parody.
You know
Yeah.
what's funny? I was never the biggest fan of Darkwing Duck.
They had that for the Super
Out of-
Nintendo.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
they did. The game was awesome.
Game was awesome.
But it was not my like. Out of all the Disney cartoons, Darkwing Duck was probably my meh.
Because well, you probably like Equity or Pie.
No, you know what I think it was? I think it's because I think I like Batman so much. A parody of it felt insulting to me.
Yeah,
But it was
It might have been. It was interesting.
Because Gizmo Duck was the Superman.
Yeah, it was.
I love
Yeah,
Gizmo.
yeah, but Gizmo Duck. See, but that's the thing for me. For me, it was like, just because I think I was such a fan of comic books, and I felt it was almost insulting. I think that's the only reason why it turned me off. But
it
now
was a
looking
great
back,
show.
it's cool.
Yeah, it was great.
But you know, like DuckTales, you know,
Howard
what
the
else?
Duck.
DuckTales.
Howard the Duck.
Gargoyles.
Oh my God, we don't
Rescue
talk about that
Rangers,
one.
Chippendales Rescue Rangers.
Those were awesome.
Yeah, before Chippendales became a negative thing.
Those who don't know, please don't search.
We're not saying.
Just don't search.
Don't search.
We understand it. Leave it like that.
Leave it like
You know what I'm saying?
All right, what's next on
Christ,
the
an hour.
GV
All right,
thing?
you want to get into politics, NFL, Trump,
We just got to talk
Puerto
about it.
Rico,
You know what? You know what? Like,
Cardi B, #1 record in the country.
wait, hold up. Actually, you know what?
All right, let's start with that.
You know what? We could all throw that in together with just one big thing, like the power of hashtags. Because let me explain why. Let's start with Friday. Friday when
was
Trump
Friday?
called
The day,
was the day. Last Friday when Trump decided to call the NFL players sons of bitches for taking a knee, and everybody hit the shit hit the fan. Did you see the biggest hashtag that was trending?
Am I president?
No, was take a knee. Was it like
Taking a knee, yeah.
it was take a knee,
Something like that, yeah.
right?
Oh.
And that hashtag was trending.
It's kind of a dangerous
everywhere.
hashtag because if you
But
might be something you
For different.
don't want to see.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
So like, I would hashtag that for.
But it trended. It trended and it became like number one and it became nuts. And obviously, for those who did watch, damn near every NFL team either took a knee, united hands, did something to show solidarity amongst them. And
Converted
and yeah,
it as per phone calls to the owners. But
yeah, people got really upset about that. I mean, insanely upset about it.
I mean, look, people have look.
Now, as a Marine yourself,
you already.
You said this last week.
People have the right to do whatever. I personally would never take the knee because I've buried enough friends with the flag.
Now, let me ask
But
you
it
this one
has-
question.
But at the same time, the protest has nothing to do with that.
Exactly.
So like,
People are
you
focusing
shouldn't
on
get,
the
you
wrong
shouldn't really
thing.
be getting offended over a protest that has
Keep going,
nothing
keep
to
going.
do with the flag. It has to do with the song.
That's
And in American society, and discrimination
But
has
that's
still
to
been
do
going since
why.
1950.
now let me ask you something.
And
You-
like actually, going back to the thing, people still don't understand that the person who told him to take a knee was a veteran.
Right.
Explain to him why it would be better for him to take a knee.
right now,
So taking a knee is actually the more respectful thing to do than sitting on your ass, which everybody does when they see it playing on TV.
right now, quick question for you.
Present company included because
Right.
it's
Now,
TV.
now, question for you, and let's be perfectly honest here, okay? You are a Marine. You have served in war zones. You've seen, you've had friends who passed away, okay? When somebody takes a knee, you personally won't do it, but you understand why people do,
Yeah, I mean,
and you don't have a problem with the people that do.
look,
Do you have a problem with
I
the people?
have no problem with anybody doing anything that's
he's
their
not the-
constitutional right.
But he's not the knee police.
No, but that's the point because
And look, and-
everyone's trying to say that they're disrespecting the military.
No, and
Well, the people
on,
that work
on the
against
same time, I've had some friends. I don't know if we would call them friends anymore. Who I've posted some things where people have legitimately said veterans and some veterans from like World War II who said, you know what, I fought so people have the right to protest. If they choose
Did
to
you see
protest,
that? Did you see
let
that
it be.
90-year-old dude?
Yeah, from World War
But
II
then,
from the
but then you
airport.
have veterans that.
But you have veterans
that
like,
don't.
no, it's disrespectful. I'm
Yeah.
like, if you are thinking that, you're one, either listen to a propaganda that's being said that's not the reason why.
Right.
You know, you're not paying attention to the reason, the actual message behind this knee. First of all, he's taking a knee. The most respectful thing to do is take a knee.
Right.
You know, that's the thing that you do for honor.
Right.
Like when somebody falls in combat, when we have a fallen soldier, everybody takes a knee and bows their head. That's a thing of honor. So taking a knee is not being disrespectful to the flag.
I hope
of all,
everyone's hearing
it's
this,
not
'cause
being
this is-
disrespectful to the flag.
I'm not saying
If you
this.
argue that it is being disrespectful to the flag, then you don't know what the flag, or you don't understand Title 10 or what honor and respect is, because that is taking a knee is not a form. Sit on your ass with a beer in your hand. That's being disrespectful.
How about this one? Sitting on your ass, beer in your hand, booing the people who are taking a knee.
Yeah, I mean, you know, and that's the thing. Look, it's your right to protest. It has to do with the way since like the 1960s when civil rights movement became a reality, and we're 2017, almost 50 years and some change.
What the hell you been smoking? You actually had to check your watch to find out what year it was.
Yeah,
He was like,
2017,
"What year
dude.
am I?" Dude, it's September.
Yeah, no, that went by fast too. I'm just trying to think.
No,
But
no.
it's been like almost 50 plus years, and the issues haven't changed.
Yeah, it haven't.
They've been muddled,
They've evolved.
and
Evolved
and
is the better
because
word.
now there's more millionaires who are black, or minorities who are millionaires.
And now
people's
we can
like,
actually say
it's
something.
even. Like, no, it's not. There's still a lot about this history.
And you know why it's not even? Because you could be a minority millionaire, driving
Okay.
home, and you'll still get pulled over before the other.
How many
person.
times has Chris Rock put that video where he gets pulled over, and he lives in Jersey?
well,
Alpine is gonna be racist anyway, because it's like,
Dude, have you?
you have to have money to live
Okay,
in
hold on.
Alpine.
Time out.
Like
Explain
my
Alpine, New
neighbor's
Jersey.
His
For-
neighbor's a dentist, a
Yo, for the
multi-millionaire
people,
dentist.
for the people who don't know, explain Alpine, New Jersey.
Alpine, New Jersey is a very, very unique place in New Jersey. Technically, they are their own entity, and the people who live there,
Listen to this.
the people who live there are multimillionaires. Like the town itself is supported by another town around them. They really don't have like a city hall and things like that.
Right.
But they're protected by Bergen County Police and yada 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 and all this other stuff because it's exclusivity. That town is exclusively for rich, extremely
You-
rich.
you drive down that neighborhood, look,
extremely famous people.
I mean, it's like this. If
yeah, you
if-
drive down the neighborhood.
you're
and
getting
you're
pulled
not,
over.
Yeah, you're not gonna,
Period.
especially if your plates are registered
If
to
I
live
roll
in
up,
that
if I
area.
roll up over there in a Jetta, I'm getting pulled over.
If anything's
Guaranteed.
smoking
You
from your
might
car.
not make it home.
Yeah.
Yo, it's insane. Like that area is literally like mansion next to mansion next to mansion, and I'm not talking McMansions. I'm talking mansions next to each other.
But
it's crazy.
going back to the point,
Right,
Chris
but-
Rock has gone through it. He's posted videos of literally getting pulled over. Chris Rock, one of the most influential comedians of this time, getting pulled over, and a cop has no idea who he is. So it's not just a matter of being rich or famous. If you are a minority, these things happen.
Right.
People say no, they don't.
It happens
Yes,
all the
they
time.
do.
Yeah, and that's the thing I definitely
You
want
might
to
not
talk
see
about.
it because it's not in your area or you're not
But
the
it
right
exists.
skin
Or you
tone.
put blinders to it.
Or you put
Right.
blinders to it, but these things happen
Yeah, and it's-
on a daily, and it's 2017, and it's still happening. And there's no reason we're talking about fucking iPhone 8s and 8 Pluses or 10s or whatever, and Galaxy Note 8,
Yeah.
but we're still having this issue. That's the biggest problem.
Yeah,
and for you not to see that, that's even worse.
And that's the problem that a lot of people are having. A lot of people are having the trouble of understanding the plight of the minorities. And they're saying, well, I don't see a problem here. It's because you're not living that problem. That's the thing. And mind you, even us, we were born and raised in a minority-dominated city. But for even us to go into a place that was quote unquote the suburbs, and all of a sudden we will get pulled over more often than everybody else. We feel it. We know it. And
But it's not even that.
Yeah.
It's just understanding human compassion. Just because you don't see it doesn't mean like I don't see pedophilia from the church, but I know that's just gone on since the beginning of the third
True.
century or
Very
whatever.
true. Very
You know,
It's like
I
people
don't
turn
understand.
their empathy on.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
turn their empathy off. Like I know there's starving
Right.
children all over the world.
Right.
You know,
Exactly.
I know that exists. Just because I don't see it doesn't mean
Right.
it doesn't exist.
So the problem-
why can people connect to that? But when it comes to somebody of a different race or skin, they're like, oh, I don't see it. I don't see it in my country.
Nobody wants to
Right.
address
And-
racist,
Exactly.
racism that
Because it's uncomfortable.
And
but
it is
It's
uncomfortable.
about time we all get uncomfortable a little bit, you know?
Right, and what's really no, Ryder, you're completely correct, man. And the problem that's been happening now is that racism has been becoming more prevalent because, to be perfectly honest with you, our president saying he's not a racist is doing a lot of racist things. Period. I'm sorry, he is. You know, and
Actions they speak louder than words.
exactly. Now the segue
Not
to that.
Other people in disregard the
Right.
of the alt-right now.
Exactly. Now the segue
Punching
to
old ladies
that,
in the face, I'm
right?
like, wow.
Yeah.
real.
See, the segue to that is what's happening in Puerto Rico right now.
Yep.
Like what happened in Puerto Rico, it really got smacked by a hurricane. I mean, really, really
Bad.
smacked, horribly
Like
smacked.
7 days, no
Nothing.
electricity.
It's gotten worse, right? It really has. And the thing with like us, we have a lot of minority friends. I'm a minority. My sister-in-law's Puerto Rican.
Yep.
She just got in contact with her family just recently. Like a lot of my friends.
That's after days of nothing.
Dude, I'm talking about of pure silence where you don't know what the hell's going on.
know if who's alive,
And with no power, no water, no food or anything, people are freaking the hell out. Because of people freaking the hell out, we're literally begging the government for aid and assistance. Now they are sending some aid, but one of the things that we asked for was for this, I believe it's called the Jones Act.
The Jones Act, it just got lifted this
It
morning.
just got lifted this morning after, not because he wanted to, because he already said there was no need for it. But instead he said that that it was not beneficial to the corporations. He actually quoted saying that on camera, on a mic. And then all of a sudden people wondering, oh, well, no, that's supposed to be that way. No, there's people suffering. Corporations do not get the front seat over people suffering.
Yeah, but then you gotta ask, why lift it now?
You know why? Because a lot of people started cursing them out.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
what's
but
the
nah,
ulterior motive?
he has a point.
They're
You know,
ready.
What do you
you
think?
just
These corporations are ready to build now.
Yeah.
So now we're ready to open up, help you get back, rebuild. Because he lost $32 million a golf course down there in Puerto Rico. They owes them for.
Exactly. See, and that's the thing. And this is why it's not a good idea for somebody. And I'm not even talking about his values or anything like that. This is why somebody with as much interest in land development as Trump has to be the president of the United States. I'm not even going to talk about all the other stupid stuff that he does, because he does. But just that alone
Huge conflict. of
is the
interest.
biggest conflict of interest, and it blows my mind that nobody sees that or nobody wants to see that.
They
No,
only hear
people
it,
see it. I mean, you elected a businessman who was on a reality TV show.
but not even a super successful.
I can understand your argument. You elected Ronald Reagan, who was an actor who stopped being an actor.
Yeah,
pursue
but see,
politics.
even like Ronald,
you literally elected a guy who previous season was on a TV show about firing people and treating people like shit.
Yeah,
Who has a
man.
long history of
Treating people like shit.
and
Yeah.
racist stuff.
And
And cheating out small businesses, not paying them for the labor.
That's the one thing that
So-
gets me more upset than anything.
Yeah.
Because like the one thing that upsets me the most about this president of ours, and I'm still gonna say he's our president. We don't have much of a choice. He is our president.
He's elected. Yeah, you
Yeah,
can't.
he's our president. But the one thing that bothers me most about him, right, is for people on the East Coast in the tri-state area, his business exploits for the small business person is legendarily horrible. And we've been saying it since he started running, and nobody wanted to hear it. Why? Because a lot of us were minorities. I'm sorry, it was. And the reality is very simple. There was $1 million contracts out that he waited for them to be done with the project, and he says, "Yo, I'm giving you $100,000."
He's the only sitting president, I think, right now
It's
that
insane.
has I don't know how many personal lawsuits against him for the small businesses.
Thousands.
Technically,
I think it's over
under
2,000.
his trust or his companies, but it's still him. He's the guy who made these deals. You know.
Yeah, it's over 2,000. He's got over 2,000 lawsuits in his head right now, and I really want people to understand. Look, I have nothing personal against the guy, but the reality is extremely simple. If you look at everything that he has done, if you see every action that he has taken, and you see everything that he has said, he's not doing it in a way that is going to unite our country. And it's
Oh,
not
quite the
doing
opposite.
it. It's exactly the opposite.
But
And
maybe that's a good thing. Maybe it's a
No, it's a good thing.
it's a good thing that we see.
Despite all
You know,
this, it's a good thing.
you think it's good to get it out there?
Yes.
It has to get out there eventually.
That's how
Because
we get
the people who
better.
keep
This is
defending these
how we
issues,
start to
it's
get
fine
better.
that we finally see them for what they are.
Yeah, come
Either
on now.
human beings who have no compassion, or white supremacists who've been hiding the whole time since the 1950s
Bring 'em
because of
out.
Jim.
Yeah, bring 'em all
Like
out.
Jesus, just bring them out. Bring everybody out.
Yeah,
And then
because the interesting thing now that I've
you're seeing
noticed.
true colors now.
Once
Well,
he
you
gets out
see
of
the
office,
true
he's
colors.
gonna be in there
Wait,
forever.
but see, you see,
Exactly.
number one.
And I mean, Republicans are already losing fucking
Oh, yeah,
racism.
yeah.
They
They
the
lo-
boy,
they-
boy in Alabama, who he went to Alabama to help win,
Yeah, he lost.
and didn't even go to Puerto Rico, lost
Yeah.
to Democrats.
Yeah.
So like this tide is gonna change, and those Republicans are gonna be like,
Well, see, no. Well, he lost to another Republican. But what happened is that
yeah, but
it wasn't the Republican that he was going
supporting.
for. Right.
It's not a Republican that's gonna support him.
But-
So like
but-
if bills go past,
Right.
this Republican
it's
will be
gonna
like,
be insane.
I'm gonna side with the
It's
Democrats.
gonna be
So I'm gonna
insane.
go with the independents on this.
And what's going to end up happening more
Not
and
he's
more.
a better choice, but
But what's
Not-
going to end up happening more and more is eventually more and more people are, my opinion, is starting to see exactly what's going on. A Democratic senator from, I believe, is Texas. He already announced a couple days ago that he's actually going to introduce a bill next week for impeachment. So
I mean, I think somebody
You
else.
know?
I think a couple people have, but I think
I don't even
wanna see what the bigger
don't
picture's
even
gonna say.
do the impeachment. Wait for Mueller to finish his investigation because that's going to incriminate him,
the entire
the
cabinet.
vice president,
Yeah, 'cause
his
if
daughter,
he's- yeah.
his son-in-law.
Oh, yeah.
That whole
Oh, yeah, 'cause
that
son-in-law
whole
got
establishment,
caught doing everything
Dude,
he's saying.
Oh,
goes
all
it's
that
insane.
all that stuff, boom, and that will be better because then we get everybody out
Yeah,
there.
see,
Outside of
and-
that, probably not.
yeah, and
I mean, technically, it's a federal
Right.
crime that the one if they get even 1 ounce of
done. Yeah.
if they get one charge of treason, I'm gonna start the biggest protest. I'm gonna start death penalty straight up. Treason should be traded with death penalty. Because just as everybody did that to Obama and every other, oh yeah, you're a traitor. You should be giving treason and giving the death penalty. All right, keep that
Yup,
coin.
keep that same
side.
energy.
Keep that same
mind
energy.
you. Same
You watch
energy.
all those supporters who
Now-
wanted to
now,
keep that. So when we come back and we find out, oh, the Russians did help you. That is called treason.
Yeah, and-
Let's hang these motherfuckers from the White House long like they wanted to hang Obama. Let's do it. Not that I thought.
No, but it's true.
Definitely,
It's
let's
true.
do it. Let's
And-
keep that energy. Keep that same side
And
of the
mind
same
you,
coin.
and mind
Let's
you,
see what happens.
I just want to put full disclosure out there because I think you guys already know this, but I want to put it out there because I frankly don't care. I did not vote for Obama twice. I didn't vote for him at
You're a
all.
Republican.
I'm a Republican. Okay, but ask me if I voted for Donald Trump.
Yes,
I'm not stupid.
he voted for Trump.
No, I
he's
didn't.
saying that
Don't
now.
disrespect-
'Cause he's trying
Wait,
to
hold
hide,
up.
bro.
No,
I saw you in
hold
Virginia,
up. That's
bro.
one thing that I do take seriously. Don't say I voted for Trump. I do not vote for idiots. I'm not stupid. No, but you see what the what are you
covering
doing?
it, bro.
Yeah,
I was
right.
covering it,
No,
bro.
but you see what the point is.
I'm
The
gonna
point.
get videos of this
See,
stuff.
but the point is very simple. It's like listen. A true American should not have a problem saying what party they're for, anything like that. But as long as I'm able to support my beliefs with actual evidence, not fake news or anything like that, I can do that. The reasons why I voted against Barack Obama was because
You don't like black
well,
people?
no. Was if you look at the views that he actually spoke about, compared to the ones that I already forgot what it was, McCain, I think it was talking about. What was more beneficial for me was what the Republican was talking about. Okay, but I am also the first one to admit,
He was
on
impressed.
record, is that Barack Obama, with the cards that he was dealt, which I'm talking about a full Republican House and Congress, Barack Obama did an excellent job as a president and carried it extremely well. And if there's any Republican that wants to jump the gun and me say, no, he was horrible, he was this, I'm like, you don't understand the bigger picture of politics. You know, I'm sorry. Like, from my opinion, when he did the whole healthcare reform, right? When he did the whole healthcare reform,
I still don't understand why they're trying to repeal it. I mean, other than just
it's blatant, like trying to reverse everything that Obama
Other
did.
than
I'm
blatant racism.
gonna play the other side of the coin.
Devil's advocate?
I did vote for Obama.
Okay.
I wasn't really impressed with his 8 years. He could have done more. He could have done things differently because he didn't do it the way the shit done, where it would leave somebody else for the ability to destroy his legacy.
Yeah.
He didn't do it the right way, and he didn't really have much choice because he had Congress who wasn't supporting him.
But here's the interesting
I
part.
elected him. I chose to vote for him so he can get elected, not because he was the best choice. He was the lesser of both the evils.
Always
And
is.
granted, he
Nowadays,
did
it
more.
always is.
That's
Granted-
what politics is.
Now, but
Yeah, that's
but
what
here,
and that's what it shouldn't be. That's what we need more than.
but here's the
parties.
here's the
But
interesting
that's a
part about
different story.
Obama that I give him credit for, especially when it comes to the health insurance stuff. With the health insurance stuff, right? He knew that there was no way he was going to be able to pass that through House and Congress. He knew that, right? But he knew it needed to get done, right? Just like everyone always talks, it needs to get done. He's the first one that said, "I'm going to have the courage to actually do it," and he decided to sign the executive order and everything like that. But here's where the game of chess is played, right? He knew that as long as he gets it passed and it starts affecting Americans in a positive way, the ones that are actually deal with them, right? And the Americans start seeing that, yes, this actually did help me. When another president or another Congress tries to repeal that, he knows that they cannot directly repeal it because the Americans that got positively affected by it is going to go against the senator that voted against it. So the Senate has no choice but to actually repeal and replace instead of just repeal flat out. You understand what I'm saying? He played the game of chess knowing that he was like, there's a very strong chance that they're going to end up repealing it.
He
But
played the game of chess wrong because
You think so?
He started a trend now where presidents can start doing executive orders to change the laws that please them.
see,
And that's the thing. That should have never been the trend.
See-
Because then we lose power. So now when things that we don't ever want to happen, not for own personal gain or safety of our families, but just for morality, starts to happen because the president can sign an executive order because it's been done previously. So there's a precedent set.
right.
We're fucked.
So now,
That's something that should never have been
Now,
done.
wait, but,
'cause now
but
we're
before we
fucked.
go there, but see, the problem with that is that because everybody knows about that executive order and everybody always knows about
It's
it.
the ones you don't know about.
Yeah,
You got
because there were a lot of laws that were passed through executive order long before Barack did. So if anyone tries to actually make the excuse that, oh my God, he did pass so many laws through executive order, he wasn't the first one. So the president really
he
doesn't
passed
land on
ones
him.
that shouldn't have been.
Right. So the president, the president
Obama,
doesn't
or
land
the
on
American
him.
Affordable, the American Affordable Care Act or whatever it's called.
Affordable Care Act, right? Yeah.
That should have never existed
Okay.
for the reasons that healthcare should not be something that we should be dealing with in the 21st century.
You think it should be more like Canada, like everybody has health care, everyone be quiet?
Look, if that should be a common staple. Healthcare should be a common staple.
Like water.
In the
Everyone
most,
has to have
the
it.
most advanced nation in the world.
I agree with that.
The
Or
thing
once
is,
was the
or
most
the most,
advanced.
yes, thank you. The thing is, and this is where the U.S. has fucked us over. It's fucked its people over.
The private companies?
Not even the private companies. Private companies exist. We're a capitalist nation. That's how we thrive. That's how we became great at one point, or wherever you want to think we were. The thing that really mattered is that we started making services that should have been relatively available. Because water is not free. You pay that through the county.
Yeah.
But yet they charge you 33% of your taxes a year. So if you're charging me 33% of my taxes, why isn't water already part of that?
Why?
It used to be. Not no more.
True.
That's so weird.
Same?
Yeah, but
Same thing with like all these taxes for roads. You're charging me 33% taxes plus my state taxes so you can take care of roads, parks, all these things that are given to American people, public library, public services.
Mm-hmm.
So why am I paying so much now? Why am I even getting taxed on the state side for something that's already should be provided federally?
Right. So
Oh, but it's for the state. I'm like, no, I'm already paying for it.
right.
Taxes as it is should not exist.
So you think? So you think? Wait. So you think?
That's the whole reason we left England.
Wait.
For
Yeah.
fucking taxes.
Exactly.
Wait, okay, hold on. Stop right there.
I'm glad that we're not the highest tax.
Right.
That was the whole idea.
Now, going there, do you think that it was a good idea? So you think the better idea
No,
is
so the point to the tax thing is that, there were certain services that were once granted to us as citizens.
And
that
you
we
think-
didn't have to
you
worry
think
about.
health insurance should be
Water,
granted?
transportation, stuff like that. Simple like the roads and like
Essential.
and mail, like postal service.
Right.
We didn't pay for stamps before.
Right.
It was a service that was provided.
so what you're saying is that healthcare should be just provided.
Should be one of those services that's provided, not that
I
we have to
agree.
pay for additionally. And because we're providing for it, if you're going to provide me with all these services, I'll gladly pay my 33%.
I agree
If
with
you
that.
don't provide all these services that you once did, and you're going to charge me, you're not taking. I'm going to deduct. All right, so I have to pay for water, so I'm not going to pay for this tax. I'm going to pay for this tax. Because if you're giving me services, like I'll gladly pay for the police, because when I have an issue, they're right there.
Right.
Done. Okay, for fire,
Because it's a service that's provided that we're providing
provided
for.
that
right?
we're paying for, and I'm glad to pay for it. I don't care how people complain. Oh, cops are bad. No, the 10%, whatever. But you're still gonna need them at some
agree with
point.
that.
Yep.
I'm okay with paying for those
See,
services.
and-
I'm
and-
okay, but the minute you say
You guys are talking sound mind stuff.
It is. I agree with you.
the point when you start telling me, oh, these are services that are provided, but we're gonna charge you on top of that, and now we're gonna make you pay for these services.
Yeah.
If you make me pay for it,
It's like you're
fine.
getting double tax for no reason.
Exactly. If you're gonna make me pay for it,
For essentials.
fine. I'll pay my 33. If you're not, if you're gonna tax me for that and still make me pay for stuff additionally, no, time out. Then I'm gonna only pay 12% taxes of what I make a year. Why? Because you're not paying my water.
Right.
You're not paying my electricity. My state is still charging me for fucking roads. One of the smallest states in the union
you fuck
has
roads?
the most. Yeah. One of the smallest states in the union has the most toll
caught that,
roads,
right?
the most toll roads in the union, and yet we pay the most for our roads, and we still have the shittiest roads in all. We rank the second worst roads in all of the United States.
What's the first?
I don't even know.
Flushing.
No,
Oh, I've been.
no. New York actually has some of the best roads in the country.
Flushing, New York. Oh.
New York as a whole.
Oh, New York City, brother.
New York as a whole, as
I
a
know,
whole
New York
has-
City, man.
But
Yo, one
State
time,
is bigger than
one
Yeah,
ti-
but I
yeah,
mean, but
one
that-
time I actually took my lower Jetta, the beige one. Remember the beige Jetta I had? One time I actually took that through Manhattan and I drove through a whole construction area. Dude, that thing was like straight off-roading. I actually put that thing on a lift. The entire underside was completely scraped to bare metal. It was awesome. I
But
had
see,
so
that-
much fun with that car.
But that goes back to this whole topic. That I wouldn't mind paying for healthcare, but you shouldn't have to pay. That should be something that's provided,
Okay.
and something that we
Cool.
shouldn't be. If you're gonna provide it, I'll be fine to have you tax it.
Just don't
if
do
you're
both.
Not,
Just don't do both. Okay, cool.
Don't do both, and that's what should have been addressed.
So right now,
The
right
tax
now,
issue
we're all
should
in a
be
consensus. Is like, yo, Trump, stop talking about sports stuff and focus on the people.
He's
first.
not, but that's not who he is as an individual. You're not gonna change that about him.
And people need to understand that. That's the thing.
You're not
Like,
changing. That's why when I hear Trump tweeted, I'm like, I don't care what
again,
he tweeted.
we're like again.
After a while, it's just like, I'm not even feeding
Yeah, and you know what? You know what? I mean, I don't know how many people listen to us, but if anyone listens, do everybody a favor. Do your fellow man a favor. You know, find a good charitable company to donate towards help in Puerto Rico because they are in need.
yeah.
I do want to say that.
Well,
Yeah, I
actually,
meant to look up a list.
You know what I mean?
Hold up. There's something going on this morning on Chatter that FEMA has stopped accepting donations. So like if you
FEMA
go if you take it to a FEMA,
Yeah, they're not.
they're not taking anymore. But here's the thing
FEMA
though.
done anyway.
Apparently they're collecting the all these because otherwise you have to pay for the transportation. So FEMA was actually collecting all the stuff that people were bringing and taking it over. I don't know. There's something where if you're working through FEMA, you might want to check your shit because people might not be getting the shit that you
Right.
sent for them.
Right.
So,
Sounds like a Red Cross situation.
Yeah.
oh man,
I
don't
mean,
even start.
I mean,
Red Cross.
yeah, I know, but the point is this: find whoever is good to help out, you know, your fellow man. I remember, and a lot of people are freaking out. They're like, yeah, but the government isn't doing anything about it, anything like that. One of my most favorite stories when it comes to a disaster relief, and I want you guys to remember. I don't know if you guys remember this one or not.
I don't remember.
On 9/11, okay, as soon as everything hit the fan, okay, one of the things that I remember the most. I don't know if you guys remember this. But the closest Home Depot to the towers was completely emptied out of plywood and 2x4s. And construction crews a few blocks away, they sent it over to the construction crews, and they made a whole stack of stretchers. and they made a makeshift triage unit because what they were expecting was tens of thousands of injuries. Obviously, that didn't happen. But the point of that story is listen, in times of great disaster, people will not wait for the government
why wait?
to help.
'Cause you
They
see how
will
long
they
it
will
took.
want to stand there and help their fellow man. You know what I mean? As much as
everything's shown that. Like Harvey showed that.
of course,
The earthquakes in Mexico
course.
showed that.
And-
The Mexican
and-
government cracked the flag because they're just now starting to deploy units.
Matter of
to the
fact,
earthquake areas.
Mexico. One of the most beautiful things that happened in Mexico in the past week. I don't know if you saw this. Was one of the earliest responders came from Japan. Did you see that?
No.
Japan rescue crews, like full airplane loads of Japanese rescue crews, came because they're experts in earthquake and and search and rescue. They went in there and they were pulling people out. And when they pull people out in the Japanese custom, is to stand and bow in respect for their survival, right? And the Mexican people were like, that was such a culture shock to them. When it came time for them to leave, everybody applauded and gave them a bow and their salute as well. It's in common disasters, people will want to help each other. It's just how it is how it is. There's a lot of very cynical people in this world who are just that cup is half empty kind of people, that they're like, yeah, but we're not going to help each other. I personally believe in a better world. I'm a more hopeful person than I am a negative person. So I believe in times of great disaster, we will not want to put each other down. We will want to help each other. Hurricane Irma, one of the coolest pictures that I personally saw that I gravitate towards was this one lady who had a generator in her house. She opened up her garage door and she put a big old sign out front. She goes, recharge your phone, contact your friends. I have Wi-Fi, electricity, and cold beer. I'm like, everything you need. And her entire driveway was filled with lawn chairs and people were just sitting down with fans blowing on their face and then just talking. In times of distress, people will want to help each other. And I am not a cynical person, and I do not look at negatively in this world to think that we're not going to do anything different. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So as much as what we feel as what the government's doing against us, I personally feel like the people of the United States are better than that.
Yeah,
and I
screw the
think,
government,
yeah,
govern
and I think,
ourselves.
and I think we're going to be doing a lot better.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's my 2 cents.
I mean, you also don't have a choice because if the government's not there, you gotta help yourself anyways.
Amen to that
You
one.
wait
bro.
on the government, you're gonna die.
Amen to that one. Yeah, but see, that's the funny thing. You're going to help yourselves, but you're also going to want to help others.
No, but
Just out of
for me,
instinct.
like,
Yeah, but see, isn't that awesome?
a community who's suffering, you're gonna want to help yourself.
Yeah,
and
the
wait
community
for-
will
because you're not
unite.
gonna wait
Yeah,
to
community will
die.
unite. Matter of fact, remember the blackout back in like the early 2000s that we had around here? Wait, I don't know. You remember it?
It was the week of 9/11.
No, it was like the month after 9/11. It was sometime in October. It was after 9/11.
No, another one.
There was like a big it was like a blackout for like 24
No,
hours,
'cause
right?
It was one the week of 9/11.
It was, and one of my friends had a TV set in his car, and he passed by the house, put the car in reverse, put on the TV set, and put on Channel 5 News. So here, the entire street is blacked out. All of us put lawn chairs around his car, so we could watch the news as to what the hell was going on. In times of disaster, you're gonna want to help each other. You know what I mean? So anyway, yeah, that's
So you hope.
pretty much it. I don't know if we have anything left.
You do.
What do you have?
I think Cardi B.
Cardi B, yo, from stripper to #1 on the Billboard, yo, God bless you.
God bless you.
Yo, it's like straight up a lot of like,
Cool song.
Wait, how are you guys still impressed by that shit?
hard work.
That was not hard work. It was marketing.
Oh, no.
Perfect example.
Little bit of both.
Perfect example.
A little bit of both.
Kim Kardashian
I'm a
was the
fan.
biggest porn star. She was a porn star. Don't get it twisted.
She still is.
And now she's supposed to be like this idol for teenagers and women. And no,
Maybe business-wise,
sorry, I'm gonna
but
cut
that's
this
not
shit
it.
down right now.
Okay.
This shit's been happening for decades.
No, I give her credit.
I don't know.
This is why I give her credit.
I don't know.
This is why.
Only because
Okay,
it
wait.
hasn't been, nobody's done it since Lauryn Hill and Doo-Wop in '98.
Yeah, but was she a stripper though?
Look at the time.
Okay, wait.
Look at
Okay,
the time of the music.
wait. No, who's your favorite rapper?
I don't have
For
her.
Lauryn
Okay,
Hill when
who's
it
your
became
top
a
five?
basket case anyway.
Yeah, because
Big L,
Okay.
Pac, Nas.
Okay.
Definitely Biggie.
Okay.
Fun?
Oh yeah.
Now
But
here,
most of my big ones are dead.
right, but
I mean, I love Jay-Z, but I want to put him in my
Okay.
top five.
Hold on, everybody you mentioned is dead.
yeah, wait, but
The great ones die young, people. The great ones die young.
Wait, so here's my question to you: what's the difference between a stripper and a drug dealer?
There's nothing between the stripper and the drug dealer.
So then the same thing goes for.
But that's what I'm saying. I wasn't impressed when they made it either because they were hustling. But like, unlike her, they didn't have that same luxury of using their infamy or using their history.
Oh, social
They-
media?
Yeah,
Well,
they.
it wasn't
Well, on
really
social
that.
media, but the
But
infamy
it
was still
wasn't-
used.
She didn't use her.
It was.
She don't
Dude.
use her stripperness. She used her personality.
Yeah.
for social media.
She really did.
That's why people like her because she talks wild. She talks her mind. She's actually
Yeah,
positive.
okay. Tell me,
underneath
She really is
tell-
a positive.
Tell me a rapper who doesn't keep it real, talk their mind, blah blah blah. It's like you just
But
stated.
she wasn't a rapper. She wasn't.
At all.
That was the thing.
At
She
all.
was just
That's the funny
kinda
thing
like-
about her. The funny thing about her is exactly what he said.
I mean,
That's
I
all.
see. It's a beautiful come up story. It's
Yeah,
it's a pretty woman kind of a
That's what it
story.
is. That's exactly
But at
what
the
it
end of
is.
the day, I really didn't. For Julia Roberts, great movie, great performance. But character-wise, I didn't really feel bad for the
Great
character.
movie, great performance. Come on.
I didn't feel.
It wasn't that good. It's a stupid premise. Go ahead.
Thank you. Super premise. All right, he makes a point. Same thing
Pretty
with
woman?
this.
Pretty woman? Yeah, it was- it was-
Super premise. It's like
None
I
of
love the
those
movie.
people
It
should
was-
have made that movie. It should have been a completely different cast. That there would have been a much better movie.
Yeah, it
oh,
was-
you mean because who they were at the time?
Yeah, I'm like,
it really is. They,
You
I don't
don't
believe
like-
half of this stuff.
You
come
don't
on.
like? Oh, you mean because of character? Because of casting?
Yeah, like Julia Roberts a hooker? No. She won't make
Julia
money.
Roberts. Wow. Wow.
Truth. Yeah, truth.
The truth will set you
I mean,
free.
she's pretty, but come on now. If you got to pay for it, you ain't going
And so this goes back to my point. This goes back to my.
Am I by my? All right.
No,
my God.
and he makes a good point. That's the same way I feel about the story. Okay, yeah, she set a record.
Oh, that was great.
I just said it was good. I didn't say
That was
welcome
great.
to the level of greatness.
Yo,
Anybody
I don't,
talking big
I,
enough
don't,
to
I don't
rap
think
for
I was
that.
mentally
The
ready
song
for
is
that. That was
cool.
awesome.
I'm applauding the come up. That's it.
Okay.
I mean,
That was
yeah, I mean,
That's what
yeah,
I'm saying.
but
Yeah, no.
the
yeah.
story again. The story has been there from rappers
Everyone
to
loves-
Kim to
yeah.
the story's been there.
Yeah.
Everybody loves
like-
Cinderella story.
Yeah.
Everybody, yeah, you know what? That's what it is. Everyone loves a good Cinderella story. Everybody loves a
This
good
is the
Cinderella
recent one.
This is the beginning though. Yeah, you don't know how the story ends. Look at Little Kim. She don't even look like Little Kim. She look like an Asian lady who's eating a
Yeah,
lot.
but you know, her story
Like the
ended.
real Kim.
Yeah, didn't she like marry?
Miss Kim?
Yeah, didn't she like?
She looking like a man.
Yo.
She looking like a man.
Now that's racist.
It's a Mad TV parody. He's an asshole because he's in those TVs.
Yeah.
There's a
Well,
reason why I don't watch TV.
Exactly.
God bless her,
But
though.
that's
Wait,
her
didn't she marry a
story.
billionaire or something?
Scott.
You think
Remember she used to
Eve.
date when she used to date.
I'm thinking
You're
Eve.
thinking Eve. Eve married the guy who created Gumball.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm trying to remember which one it was. Thank you.
And remember when Kim used to date Scott
Scott
Storch?
Storch, yeah.
Yeah.
Before he went on a cocaine.
Yo, his
binge.
cocaine habit was legendary.
Ridiculous.
Legend, like 30,000 a day.
So what, bro? That's
Cocaine.
him. Let him live. Can he live?
Dude, 30,000 a day is like
lot.
30,000 a day is like
This
Al
is 30,000 a day
Pacino Coke Mountain
back in the day,
like a day.
not today. This is back
That
in
was
the
only a few
day.
years ago.
No, dude, that's like 15 years ago.
Scott Storch, that was in the early 2000s?
15 years
Yeah.
ago. Like 30,000 a day in 2000 money.
Is he still making music?
Yeah, he just started getting back out there.
But see, but that's the
I like
funny
this
thing.
guy.
Is like I give her credit. You know,
Well, I
all-
mean, I'm gonna give her credit because she just, she started as a stripper. She got out the game.
Yep.
She made a name for herself.
And
But,
that's-
I mean, but she did everything that you would expect somebody to do to get out of a situation that's bad for them.
Mm-hmm.
And the first thing she did, she realized that was a bad situation.
Yeah.
Let me
And-
turn around and make
and,
it
just
just
and,
said
better
it.
and the
She's
funny
like, I
and the
would
funny
never
part
tell
about
anybody
it, and the
But
funny part about
story-wise,
it,
though,
yeah, but the funny part about it is like let's all be perfectly honest about it. Is like how many stripper stories you know making it out of it and being complete successes on that level. Very rare.
Two.
Who's the other one?
Black China, Amber
Thank you.
Rose.
Yeah.
Maybe Amber, not Black China.
Yeah. I say more Amber. I say more Amber than China.
Yeah,
But,
yeah.
but you see how far I'm talking about? Like that's about as close as you're gonna get. Before 2015.
But now that should say something about our society. When I mean about our society, I mean
This is why I
those
say-
who live in the ghetto. That this is who we look up to.
Get to.
That should say why
Well,
we
depends.
are in the situation we are. Because there's two sides of the coin. Not only how we've been pushed down, but how we said, fuck it, we're just going to stay down here.
There are a lot of people like that, man. So yeah.
And that's the two sides of the coin.
And that's the bottom line, because Stone Cold
That's
said
what
so.
really grinds Omar's gears.
Now, that's a lot. That's like a
I
12-year.
know.
fucking-
Actually, talking about it, it's like been an hour and 40 minutes, guys. God bless. Man, we on a roll today.
Yeah.
No, hold up. I gotta get up and stretch my legs out.
So while he leaves, I guess we're done. Thank you guys for.
We actually are done.
Yeah,
Unless you guys have anything else.
Nah, I'm pretty much done. I'm done.
She hasn't released an album, has she? Or is it just that one
It's
song?
coming. Probably in the next month or two. Better catch this momentum before it's a wrap.
Dude, you know who I'm really impressed with? Not that I'm really
Rhapsody.
impressed. No.
Who?
I'm not even impressed. She is really getting like she's sucking this dry. The chick from Catch Me Outside, she got a record deal, bro.
I know, and I
Oh,
absolutely
Atlantic.
hate her for it.
You said us. I'm like, no.
No, you're on your own on that one, bro.
You don't think that she's really sucking this dry? That she's like,
No, she is.
yeah.
She is
like,
sucking us dry.
I'm like,
but
I haven't seen somebody suck this hard in years. Like she's going, like she's.
I think, personally speaking, I think she's a perfect
Now,
example.
You want to talk about bad examples?
Yeah, she's a perfect example of what not to look up to, but the money making machine is jumping on it to make a quick buck. That's a perfect example of that. Because she did not become famous because of how good she is. She became famous because of how horrible she is and how much
horrible she was to her mom.
Yes.
On national television.
Yes, that's why she became famous. And
Oh, I
because
know.
and because she learned how to milk
Trust me,
it.
I didn't like. I heard the story. I wasn't one of those persons who was like liking any picture, any meme that came from. I literally, anytime I saw a meme about her, I was like, not touching it.
You know,
Not even
one
reposting,
of
not
my
even liking.
favorite meme videos. I don't know if you saw this one.
2 Girls, 1 Cup.
No, not that one. That's another one. I know you just went back to like 15 years. No, do you remember? There's a video meme of showing that clip of her saying "Catch Me Outside." How about that? But then they show a Spanish clip of like a dad on his chair in a desk and his son standing next to him. He goes, "Yo, dad, catch me outside. How about that?" And the dad especially goes, "What you say to me, boy? Bah! Don't get me with that catch me outside crap. You talk with respect. Bah!" And it's from a movie, but it was hilarious. It was really, no, they overdubbed the words. He really didn't say that. But it was so perfect. It was so perfect.
That's funny.
Oh, dude, it was hilarious. It was hilarious. But yeah, I mean, yeah, I'm not proud.
Actually, I read it. I acknowledge that it happened,
Yeah, you know what? I'll leave it at that. I want to acknowledge that it happened. I am not proud of you.
and then I deleted it.
Like honestly, I am not proud of you. I wish you all the best,
Yeah.
but be very wary because personally, I feel like you're surrounded by snakes.
No,
Straight
dude,
up.
who else would fucking be around? her
Exactly.
right now?
So just
Well,
just
yeah,
watch
you
just
got
watch out for yourself.
People
That's all.
trying to milk her.
Yeah. So,
More
but I
ways
hope
than
she
one.
understands that. That's the thing. I hope she understands that because in reality,
Bro, huh?
no,
She
but
can't even understand her mom was trying to help her on the TV show. How's she gonna
but
understand
her mom
this?
joined in, man. She's known as the Catch Me
Now
Outside mom
she
on
is.
Twitter, dude.
Now
Like,
she
Oh,
is.
she's running with it.
yo, like, yeah, like.
Well, I mean, she's probably getting deals too to do a
No.
reality TV show.
No, I understand, and I get it, but I'm like, listen, you're not showing that this is how to be successful. So, I think hard work is
Some people, yeah, because people like you. You still can't stop people from the short-term success
right.
when real success is long-term.
Amen. That's it right there.
Infinite.
Yep. So yeah,
What?
It's the infinite race. It's the it's the race between infinite and finite.
there you go.
Well spoken. If I had a cup, I would toast you to them,
Right.
but I
Gotcha.
don't.
Longevity, people. And
Well,
on that note,
We're done,
this.
guys. Thank you very much for tuning in to the Tech Guy Some Guy podcast.
Wipe my nose.
I know. Yo,
I
thanks,
bet you
bro.
next week it's still gonna be here.
It probably is. Guys, thank you for joining into the Tech Guy Some Guy podcast. My name is Carlos.
Pick it up.
Who's
Rod.
it? And
Omar.
guys, have a good night. Talk to you later.
Peace.
Peace.